There we go.
Hey. Hey, welcome everybody. This is a Transformational Scientist for today's Ring of Honor watch along. So glad to have everybody with us, and we have King Leo. King Leo, how you doing today?
Not too bad, little Jamal. Not too bad.
That's
How's your
good.
day
That's
going?
good. It's not so bad. It's just learning how to get all this stuff together. I appreciate what you and Toddy do as creators. It's a lot of work.
That it is, but you will get used to it, and then afterwards, it'll just become a part routine. So don't
Mm.
worry about it too much. I trust me. I understand. Just getting used to like trying to fix everything for StreamYard. If I wasn't
Oh,
already working with Canva, I would have been lost. So
I was thinking. Let me with this. I was thinking about that with
uh-oh.
something. Oh, when Tati asked me, she asked me to do that thing on Tuesday, which I still haven't had time to watch.
Uh-huh.
But since I'm getting all of this done together, I was able to just like take 15 minutes, clean up, and I was able to jump in and help out.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just that process, you know. The more you work at things, the more you get used to things, the more they get better. Hey,
Yeah, you
so
feel it.
what do you know about tonight's show?
Well, I'm looking at it right now. It's starting. It hasn't started for you yet.
Started.
Yeah, I just see. I'm looking at the matches. They look all right. I don't know. I haven't checked out anything for tonight's show. I'm learning in real time. Serpentico is fighting.
Got the Bollywood boys. I like them. They're fun.
Red Velvet.
Whenever it's in action, though, you know that's not going to be a pretty long match.
Not at all. They're fighting jobbers. The local talent.
Yeah,
Top Flight versus the Workhorsemen. Uh-oh. That's is that the main event?
it should be. Yes. Oh, so I found out Athena. She's been a champion for like 400 something days. The
Okay.
person who had the longest reign. Guess who do you think has had the longest reign?
In in ROH
Ring of
history?
Honor. Yeah, yeah.
Huh. I can't think. I'm thinking not I want to say Nyla Rose, but maybe not.
Good guess. It's actually Samoa Joe.
Oh, okay.
Now, I'm not sure how they're counting this, if it's like the old lineage or just since TK took over. But he has like a reign of like 600 plus days, and Athena's only shy like 100 and something. So I'm thinking,
She'll take it.
yeah, I'm thinking that's what they're angling for. And maybe they move her on to something else after that.
What's going on, RB?
Hey, RB.
Ring of Honor is always a slow burn for everybody to come over. It's like they just get off work because it's an hour earlier.
You don't have to even remember it. I used to forget every single time when I wasn't subscribed to it. Like I knew you and Tati were doing it, and I still would freaking miss it.
I didn't even see Athena's name on the card.
Hmm. I think pictures came out like last night for this.
Miss Palmer.
I really like. I haven't seen it too much, but actually, Athena beat her. I think the first match after getting the belt for Mercedes Martinez,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like a 2 minute match.
Yeah, they've been giving Aviva Van some more TV time lately.
I enjoy her.
RB's asking, how did you find our channels?
Uh, let's see, Lord. I uh I found Tati probably looking for a person of color reviewing Ring of Honor, or it probably Ring of Honor, because when Tony Khan first started all of this, I was excited, I was hopeful. In the first few weeks, the yeah, for the first few weeks, like the show is pretty good, and I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to find someone that I was actually looking at it. And Ring of Honor, very few people do anything with Ring of Honor. Hey, Mr. All Days Off.
Mr. Holidays off. What's good? The family's coming over. What's going on, ballet? Yeah,
Good evening, ballet.
that's the same answer for me as far as finding Tati as well. Just finding someone of color that didn't scream at the screen, that can be trusted with their takes on wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Like, so definitely, I definitely enjoy it, and I'm glad you started your channel too, man. I make sure I
All
posted
because
it everywhere.
all from Tati's for encouragement.
Oh man, definitely, man. You're very entertaining, very, you know what I mean, up on your wrestling shit. And you go to these shows too, you might as well.
I might put some clips up from the House of Glory show. Well,
Please do.
not. I'm going to. I'm going to.
Where are you sitting?
Second row.
Oh yeah. Pull that phone out. Enjoy the show, but pull the phone out, get your clips, man. You in media now.
I even have to make sure I have clean audio. I have like a USB. What is it plugged into? But a USB lavalier mic so that I can keep fresh sound and not just use the cell phone mic.
Okay. Oh, Athena just slapped the shit out of Viva Van.
Oh yeah, so Athena and Viva Van are wrestling tonight. Viva Van is someone on the independent scene. She has a really interesting story. If anybody, I don't remember it, but if you look her up, I think she's a migrant or immigrant, but I'm not quite sure.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, it looks like Athena's leg is messed up.
Yeah, she's been dealing with that knee injury for a minute.
That was very quick. That was very quick. I'm guessing this is where she got hurt and we're only seeing it now?
Possibly.
Look how she gets up on... Oh, she's not putting weight on that leg. It would be really crazy if Athena was hurt before and they have her wrestling now. That would be strange.
No, she was already hurt. She's been hurt for a minute, like, and she's still out there. So I mean, I give her props for wrestling still, like, while hurt. But she's been hurt. Her knee has been bothering her for quite a while.
Oh, so any new feelings about last night and last night's Dynamite?
I am still speechless about Dynamite last night. I'm still speechless. I don't know how to feel. I don't know where we're going. I'm on cruise control right now with it. I'm not gonna stop watching or anything, but it's just, you know, it's like the countdown to see what happens to Swerve almost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes.
What about you guys though? How y'all feel?
Let's see what some people are saying. Oh, we got the undisputed. This is a weird one. From my understanding, it's going to be undisputed. What do they call it? I want to say country. Undisputed Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
And Daddy Magic with an unnamed tag partner.
So they're not using Daddy Magic's not going to tag with Daniel Garcia. That's stupid.
That would be. Yeah, you're right. If they don't do that, if they don't go that right, it makes no sense at all. Like, he doesn't know who his tag team partner is. Oh, wait. What's this?
Undisputed Kingdom fighting tonight with their tag titles on the line. Happily there. Luckily, they were there. I thought they might lose them tonight since Adam Cole didn't do anything the other night.
Well, the pay-per-view's coming up. I think it's 30 days or so, end of June, that they're going to have the Ring of Honor pay-per-view. So that's going to Arlington, Texas.
Okay.
I'm wondering if Tati's going to be out at that. She's probably going to be at that.
Yeah, she is. She said she's going up. Anything in Texas, she's probably already bought her. She had her tablet open and everything. She's going.
Mr. Day, all days off says exactly the same, finding people of color. Has anyone out there, have you joined any forums on Facebook or Discord or anything, like where you have a community of, people who look like us that are discussing wrestling?
Yes, I know I have. I've joined definitely. I know if you got, I'm in the BWO, Black World Order, uh, which isn't all black, although they try to be. They've so a lot of people, some people have pulled out, but it doesn't matter to me. I'm also what else am I? Uh, I'm in a lot of them. Solid Monsters, wrestling, his Facebook page. Um, definitely am in. Where am I, man? I'm in so many, man. Anytime I see one and I see a comment, I'll just comment on something, and then next thing you know, I'm in it. I'll join it. So just to keep the conversation going. Oh, and Joe Budden, he has in his Discord. There's a wrestling section because some of us talk wrestling. So there's like quite a few of us in there that all talk wrestling inside of the Joe Budden podcast Discord.
I'm still shocked. Oh, we have was it Joe Corrado? What's his name? Looking big and beefy, kind of beating on Matt Taven.
Oh yeah, this guy right here. Yeah, I forgot he joined. He's a part of what's the name school now.
Matt Taven's awesome. I wish they would let him have more time to show out. Man. This is a better angle. This is like the learning tree thing, but it's better than a learning tree. Like this Reverend guy.
They have two learning trees. They double down on the learning trees.
There's so many though. There's like who's another one? Well, Athena. She's got her minions. Whoa! That big man just skinned Nick Camarado. That big man just skinned the cat.
Dude from Undisputed Kingdom was looking at him. That's Taven. Wait. Oh. Why he look at him like that?
Mike Bennett is.
Oh man,
he's really big. It's good to see that he's still around. He's tried so many different small tweaks to his gimmick. Oh, he's a big boy doing polish hammers and everything.
Mr. Audie says Dr. Isaac Yankem DDS is ripping Tati's teeth out as we speak. No,
no.
Oh no, Isaac Yankem, bro. Not Mayor what's his name? Mayor Glenn Jacobs.
Him and King with his stinky feet. No.
Oh my god. That was one of the greatest stories in wrestling. I'm sorry.
True. I enjoyed that a lot. Making his foot disgusting. That whole kiss my foot thing. Oh man.
The kiss my foot match.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Oh man.
Gotta eject
is it just gonna be what? Tell me when you get to the 3. Oh wait, I can't pause this. Why can't I pause this? Oh, I can pause it.
Okay. 1, 2, and 3. That's it. I'm that far behind.
Yeah, we'll sync up in a second. But what is this? They didn't even let the
He didn't want to tag in. He opted out of tagging in.
Uh-oh, we got a little this is very fast for a team to break up. Or at least to have inter-team strife. Like it just came together.
He's telling him you like feeling like a loser.
Robert Brown asking him, who do I like better, Tupac or Biggie? I would honestly say Tupac. Like almost immediately. I love Biggie and his flow and everything, but that grandeur stuff wasn't as much as like Tupac's conscious raps. Mm-hmm. Like that stuff always really sat with me. What about you?
Biggie changed the flow like of rap and really like, he took lyrics to the next level. But then Tupac is he's in that top tier echelon, man. Like Biggie just didn't have the catalog. You know what I mean? Like, but Tupac does. And then I was back in LA when the Tupac, the Machiavelli bootlegs leaked, all the original stuff. And before they tampered with it and got to hear all of that stuff beforehand, like I swear, like we found a website with 109 Tupac songs that were unreleased, like back then. And we listened to every last one of them. I was like, wow, like, you know what I mean? Then they took it down, of course, and then did their thing. But it was I'm definitely a Tupac over Biggie fan, but I did enjoy Biggie's music.
Yeah, and Tupac also he also branched on to other areas, like as an actor as well. He brought that kind of that soul that he had in music. He brought it to acting, and oh man, if he was allowed to live, like he could have been like so big.
Both of them.
I do wonder what Biggie would have been like in movies.
I do too. That's if Puffy would have allowed him to. I don't think he allowed it. Did anybody from Bad Boy ever get in any movies?
Not that I can think of.
I wonder what's going on with Machine Gun Kelly. Has he been released from his contract?
I wonder what's going on with all of that. Like, imagine if Biggie was around right now with all this Diddy stuff going on. I hope they wouldn't be connected in any way.
No, I doubt it. Biggie was starting his own label. He did start Undies with Lance Riviera. So Ballet said the dental. She's showing the dental plan. She's laughing at Mr. All Days Off.
It's interesting that I can read that and understand what you're saying. So we have Serpentico and who is this in the blue and pink? I missed his name.
Bubblegum Jobber. Bubblegum Jobber is what I'm calling him.
If he gets the loss over Serpentico, they might be.
He has no personality, no mustache, beard.
Just the nice bubblegummy shorts. I like the color on him, I have to say.
Oh, the colors go together. Nice kick pads.
This is the audience that had the numbers in the crowd. Oh!
That was a nice move.
I think we need to pay attention to this boy. Man.
That was a nice reversal. Mr. All Days Off is laughing.
Oh, we'll get to that one in a second. I think that's going to be a good question. Oh, a knee to the head for Serpentico. Yeah, this is a crowd that's doing the numbers. I think this was also the crowd that had the who's that fellow? Serpentico trying with a chop. Brady something.
I kind of like this dude, man. He got some good.
He's making you pay attention.
Yeah.
Brady Roberts. I do not know that name.
I know who he looks like now.
Who's that?
He reminds me of a Ken doll. What's Ryan Gosling? He looks like Ryan Gosling in Barbie.
Shockingly, looks a bit like he's related to like Cool Hand Ann for some reason.
Oh, he's surfing on him. Look on Serpentico. Oh man,
you don't surf on Serpentico. Oh, I don't know if you catch it, but Nyla Rose gives Serpentico shit all the time on X.
Man, nah, I don't. That's funny. Is it better than Bully Ray and who was that? Piper Niven?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh my God, they go back and forth all the time. Piper usually wins those.
Serpentico is a great utility worker, man.
Very much so. He's letting this jobber get his stuff off, which is I like it. Letting the show go on a little bit longer. Oh. Reverse sling blade.
Oh, I just got to Sopranico doing a nice Serton. Oh!
Looks like that's what I'm finna see now.
I like that mask because this green mask is very nice.
I'm tired of everybody grabbing the back of their neck after the matches. Like, are y'all hurt?
It's the immediate go-to. Like,
my neck. Are they gonna start singing Kaya in a minute? My neck and my back.
We're seeing Marina Shafir with a backstage with Lexi.
Oh.
Interesting look.
Lexi wore this on Saturday, right? So this is from Collision.
Oh, I don't know.
This outfit looked too good not to remember.
It's very flowery, Mmm. It gets worse. She has improved a lot. Everybody, if anybody remembers, she had a really, really bad promo on like Darker Elevation. Like it was the thing of jokes and memes for so long. She has improved so much since then. Robert asks, if Swerve beats Ospreay at Forbidden Door, then Bryan Danielson should win the world title from Swerve at All
In.
Bryan Danielson.
Danielson hasn't went over on Swerve yet. I think it was Swerve. I mean, Ospreay's beaten all. He's beaten everybody. But I don't think that they would send the crowd. I would love to see that, but I don't think they would send the crowd home upset, especially with him winning just the same way that Saraya won last year. I expect Tony Storm to retain at All In.
Although in that situation, Ospreay Danielson, who's the face?
Ospreay.
Yeah,
Danielson's in the BCC, so you know they automatically turn him.
Oh, we got Red Velvet and and someone very lanky woman in red.
Yes, she another jobber in Red Velvet shaking her hand after she stomped her foot. Oh,
good to see Red Velvet though. Kel something. Long legs, very, very slender. This person.
Mm-hmm.
Stir it up, stir it up. They must be building these people up for the pay-per-view.
Ooh. Said she cooking her up and eating her.
Red Velvet is someone who, like, if you're not going to do anything with her, I don't know what NXT would look like, but I can see her somewhere.
With the current NXT, I definitely can. Even though it's kind of packed right now, it is packed.
Ooh. Oh, man, having to get over someone that tall. Hey, Red Velvet. Nice shoulder tackle on her. Ballet Dancer says, I knew it would happen, but not this soon. I'm not happy about it.
Yeah, me neither. I'm definitely not happy about it.
I'm shocked. I am shocked at how many people. I didn't think I'd hear the type of support that I've heard for it. Oh.
Ooh.
Fast match, man. Fast night. This might be a sub-hour night tonight for Ring of Honor.
Yeah, the card looked like it was stacked, but I mean, come on, man. Like they just running through these matches real quick. She didn't even sweat. She's not even sweating, man.
She's got enough energy to just dance. She's dancing in the ring, everybody.
She's extending her time in the ring by dancing.
Athena's music is playing, but where is the Athena? Billy Stark still looks like a teenager. I swear to God. Her and her orange boots. Yeah, I still don't know. I'm like if Swerve beats Osprey, then wonderful. You give him the first loss, you elevate Swerve potential. Well, you elevate Swerve. You have him beating the best. Oh, Red Velvet's fighting back. And they're letting Starks gets a kick to Red Velvet's face, smashes her head into the belt.
There's no way Billy Starks is losing the title already.
It would be nice to see her like at the pay-per-view give it to somebody else, but
yeah.
If Athena doesn't lose it, Starks isn't losing it. They might want to change her music. If Starks is a badass, is a bad person, her music is so bouncy and happy.
Yeah, that's what that Sky Blues music was super happy and then they changed it finally.
Robert Braun is mentioning the Jive from
DJ
Far Side. Oh, DJ. All right, we got Big Shotty, Aaron Solo, Action Andretti coming up. The premier athletes. Why are they telling us this again? We've already heard about this. By the way, everybody, please like and subscribe if you've just joined the channel.
Hit that like button.
No way. There's only like 3 more matches.
Mm-hmm.
And they just told us what they told us at the beginning to what? Spread out the time a little bit more.
How many matches have we seen? 3 already, right? And it's only 4:27. So
feels like it, yeah.
in 24 minutes, we've gotten 3 matches already.
I've noticed as a interesting look from Zach. We're seeing Soraya's brother. He's coming out tonight, looking all preppy, very UK. There's going to be another squash match, ladies and gentlemen. There's a Mr. Sebastian Wolf making his debut tonight.
He looks like all 3 members of what are they? The Brawling Brutes put together from WWE. Sheamus, Pete Dunne, and Ridge Holland. He's all of them in one.
He looks like the Butch era of Pete Holland, no less.
That's what I'm saying. Mixed with Sheamus.
Yeah.
He's just not carrying a shillelagh.
Total UK champ, man.
He just has a walking stick instead of a shillelagh.
It's interesting. He's coming out in like a full-on outfit to the stage. They're like, hey, you gotta beef the time out a little bit. Just take your clothes off slowly.
And the guy behind him is dressed like X-Pac almost.
Mr. All Days Off says Elite needs a female member. Who fits the bill? You know who I was thinking of previously? Though to me, she's still in that face area, but it feels like she'll be better as a heel. Mercedes Moné.
Oh, absolutely. I could see Mercedes Moné inside of the Elite. That would fit, especially with the whole money thing with the Rainmaker. It's raining money. Man, there it is right there. There's a tagline. It's raining money. You know what I'm saying? Like
yes. Oh man, and just imagine Okada coming out and doing the dance. Oh, I would love that. All right, we just watched Zach take off all his clothes.
Oh my God, he is stretching this out. No, Vinny.
Oh my word! Like this is gonna be longer than the match.
Look how she's looking at him.
That
Maybe this is a
guy's
part
like,
of the thing.
he's like a giant Rocky. What's his name?
He gave him a left-handed handshake. He should have knew something was up with that. Oh, he just go. That's it. This is it. Oh, shit. Oh, you got Aubrey. Aubrey is scared. Yo.
Backed her off. Oh, this is interesting. That he's. Oh man, he's got like energy.
Yeah, he does. WWE should be ashamed of themselves for not signing this version.
Was he in WWE previously?
He tried to get in. They didn't accept him.
Zach Knight.
All Vince wanted was Saraya, but looking back at the tapes that did come out, I understand why. And for those unaware of WWE news today, WWE and Vince McMahon are being investigated by the Department of Justice.
Really?
Yes. Oh. All right, Zach.
I see.
He's grabbing him by the ears. Don't get a man cauliflower ear, man.
Oh, Zach's he's gonna be something. I don't know why they brought him up to the main stage. He could be just on Ring of Honor. Oh, there's no stories on Ring of Honor right now.
Oh my God. And he shook his hand after.
I love that, like kneeling on somebody pinned. It's kind of like Don Callis stepping on Orange Cassidy like last night. Like that disrespect, man. That's always just.
I love the disrespectful pins. And he should get dressed since they have so much time left.
Yeah.
Make Aubrey wait. Where's his clothes? They take it back.
We got Saraya and Daniel Garcia in the back talking about new action figures.
Yeah, her and her brother are getting an action figure together.
So we just watched Daniel Garcia kind of get brushed off by the Saraya.
She didn't want them pumps.
What do you guys think, Mr. All Days Off and Robert Ballet? Who would you put in the? So Mr. All Days Off also says Sasha. She needs a mic piece. Yeah. Ballet dancers only subscribe to a few channels. We have Shadi Lee Johnson. I think this is going to be a 4-way match. Ballet dancer should be an elite. She could be Miss Young Buck Teeth.
She said Miss Young Buck Teeth. Oh no.
Who is that AJ Styles female fan? She looks just like Francine. I thought you pulled Francine joining the stream that day. AJ Styles female fan. I don't know this. Smiles at BD.
Oh, that is she was on Monday. Not Sarah, Denise. That's Denise from the Hardcore Sports Network.
Oh, okay. The one that said something about penguins. The big AJ Styles fan.
Mm-hmm. And then
Aaron Solo,
Randy Orton fan.
She was a big AJ Styles fan. Good gracious.
Oh yeah. All the girls from the Queens of the Ring, they all have their that's their thing. They have their favorites. And there will be an announcement coming up to the updated Queens of the Ring coming soon for the Hardcore Sports Network. I'm not gonna tell you guys. You guys have to wait. Oh yeah,
RB appeared on Martin.
He did appear on Martin. Thank you for that reminder, RB. But I mean, he was just Biggie, though. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Biggie play a character.
Yeah. Like if he was around for like The Wire, man, that would have been awesome.
Let him play one of the nephews of what's that guy's name? Prop Joe
or Corner. Action Andretti is also coming out. We got. I'm still not big on Lee Shoddy. I like Action Andretti. I think he's improved a lot. He really works well with Top Flight.
Absolutely, he's the unofficial member of Top Flight, man.
And where is AR Fox, man? Where the hell has he been?
AR Fox, nobody knows, man.
Man,
he's like Ethan Page, man. He gonna just pop up on NXT.
Oh wow! If he went there, that he doesn't need to learn that house style, but like that would be a pickup.
Top Flight will be the biggest pickup NXT could ever get. All three of them. Give me all three of them, and have them as a trio to replace the New Day as a trio.
They as typical. Oh, it was actually, I guess, a three-way match. Typical one. They knock somebody out of the ring early on, just so that Action Andretti and Shoddy can go at it.
That's where the wrestling match is.
Solo's coming back in.
Aaron Solo did pick up a big win though a couple of weeks ago, right?
I believe so.
And he had a heel turn.
Yeah, I believe he's been. I thought he was being built up for something. This should be interesting.
They did, and then they forgot.
Yeah, this should be interesting though to see who they give the win to in this match. I don't think it's going to be Andretti.
It'll be Lee Johnson.
Oh,
that's who they've been building.
Yeah. We're a month out from their pay-per-view, and I have no idea who would even appear on it. I can't even think who has the belts. Like, who has the Ring of Honor heavyweight belt? Oh,
the heavyweight title?
Yeah.
That's
Briscoe. Dave Briscoe. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Where has he been?
Isn't he hurt? Or he's overseas in Japan or something.
I saw a vignette about him. I didn't look to see what it was about, sadly. But I saw that he had that video. But otherwise, I don't know. Mr. Old Days Off. Speaking of Tupac movies, I watched Gridlocked recently for the first time based on Lord Jamora's suggestion. Thanks, my type of movies. That's a great movie.
Which one?
Gridlocked. It has him, Tim Roth. Who's that female in that? She is absolutely beautiful. She was a crush of mine for so long.
Gridlocked?
And then one other super famous person. I can't think of his name. He was a big driver of that movie.
Oh, Thandi Newton.
Yes. Solo's trying to get pins on everybody. This is a little slow for these guys. This seems like after yesterday in that battle royal or whatever they called it, feels a little slow.
Well, they're trying to slow the clock down. It's 4:39, so we're not ending at 4:45 like usual. We probably will end at 5 o'clock my time, so it's probably 6, 7, 8 o'clock your time, right? So it should be 7:39 your time right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You, Ballet, and if it's you, whoever there on the East Coast.
This is going to go very short, everybody, I think.
Oh.
By the way, if you haven't seen it, anybody out there, I really recommend checking out Gridlock.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen it. I'm from LA, so anything Tupac around that time after his death, we watched. We had the soundtracks. Like his the poem that he has on there is probably one of my best with the bass line playing.
Man. There's another one of his with
Life is a Traffic Jam. That's the name of it.
There's another one. Oh, I'm gonna look that one up. There's another one that he was in that was also really good. Different, but very good.
Oh.
Oh! Andrade's got a
those,
nice little run when he speeds up for things. What were you saying?
Oh no, I was just saying. Yeah, I'm watching Lee Johnson right now to see what's about to happen. For those waiting to see what's about to happen next, I don't know. I got my money still on Lee Johnson.
I would like to see Solo, like if they're building him up for a match with. I would like to see him with Fletcher.
Kyle Fletcher?
Actually, Andretti too. Andretti too. It would be nice to see one of these guys get a chance against somebody like Fletcher. Hey!
Let's go.
I don't see standing moonsault to two people all that often.
Not at all.
Oh, the other movie, everybody, Bullet. It came out in '96, and it had Mickey Rourke and Adrian Brody in it.
Didn't Pac have like
really enjoyed that.
Didn't Pac have like a eye patch on in that movie or something?
I don't remember exactly.
I remember him dying in that. Yeah, he died at the end of it. Yeah, he has an eye patch. I be doing these Tupac movies, man.
He was so good. I mean, he was so good. It's such a shame. Oh, who's your favorite, or who do you think is the strongest WWE wrestler turned actor?
Batista has more range, but The Rock just has the catalog right now. But Dave Batista has the range.
We got into a conversation about that. It seems weird for people not to identify that Dave Batista is the one that's gotten like critical acclaim for his roles. Like The Rock has the movies, has the oh my gosh, the popularity, but when it comes to like hands down like ability,
Drax is more loved than Hobbs. He's more loved than any of the Rock's action characters and his DC character Black Adam. So there it is.
Yeah, you called it. You called it. What are they building this man to now? They must really see something in this.
He should have won the Pure Championship, but they didn't give it to him.
Julia Hart is talking to somebody for him.
Oh, you know she is. And she's out of action too. Just give any wins that I was going to give it to Shotty.
Robert Brown asks, do you have any ideas for Tati's love story with Kenny Omega and MJF?
You got to keep something all in the ring. You got to have one big match in the ring with Tati at ringside.
And I would have her come in and do something like an Impaler DDT at some point, or somebody she just didn't like.
Oh yeah, let her get what would be Tati's finishing move? Oh no, easy. It'll be Undertaker moves. Maybe with you would have to give her like 3 finishing moves. It would probably be she would have all 3 of Undertaker's finishing moves, but then I would give her a V trigger too.
I would love to see Tati with like a blend of powers, so she could also make. I don't know. Would she have the lightning powers or the fire powers of Kane? Oh, we got Smart Mark Sterling coming out to talk for us.
Arya Davari. Tony Nese.
Why are they not letting Nice wrestle? Not Nice. What's his name? The Beast.
He might be injured.
Mm. He doesn't look in wrestling shape, actually.
He might be on his way out. They just have him showing up to get that check. Like, hey man, you might want to come just to work to. The premier athletes.
Oh, we got the Bollywood boys coming out, getting their entrance. They should never just let them. They should never get the jobber entrance. The crowd loves them.
Mm-hmm.
Ballet dancer with the smiles.
Mm-hmm.
Get the Tony Khan neck brace.
She said, "Get the Tony Khan neck brace." RB says, "How about you, ballet?"
It's amazing how so many people are doing that now. We're coming with neck braces to the shows.
They should sell them.
Yeah, have a big TK on it or something.
Mm-hmm.
Someone made a point yesterday. I missed myself. Like Tony Khan had Christopher Daniels come out and speak for him, right? He's his representative. But earlier in the night, Tony Khan called Shivani and said that the Blue Velvet Mercedes Moné match was booked. So how can he call Shivani and tell him that, but he still needs someone to come out and it's like a small thing, but it didn't make sense to the story.
Oh, with the Christopher Daniels telling him that anything through from Tony Schiavone comes straight through me. Was that before or after?
That was after. It was after. So it's weird. So like Tony Khan could do it, but then like he couldn't do it, so he had someone else to like. That's a small thing, but that's one of those little things that kind of like I didn't even think about it, but you know, it probably played in the back of my head.
What's that Boys to Men song? Let It Snow, or the he forgot.
He just forgot.
He was a couple of lines into the show.
He needs. Well, I don't know what he needs personally, but like, until he changes the booking, it's all just going to be the way that it is. Hey, have they come out with the season 4 yet for Fight Forever?
Yeah, it's out now. Samoa Joe's in it. Jay White and Adam Copeland is going to be the next character, although he's injured now. So it's like they always put somebody in right when they get injured. I'm starting to think it's the curse now for the Fight Forever curse.
I still like Matt Jackson saying he wished Adam Copeland, break a leg before the match.
That shit was funny.
That killed me.
He's like, it's probably my fault for telling you to break a leg.
Ari Daivari is such an interesting person. He works backstage,
He used to be in WWE for a minute.
Do you think if a wrestler has like significant pull or impact or backstage duties, do you feel they should or should not be wrestlers and wrestlers?
I mean, I don't. I think that it depends on the wrestler. I mean, Triple H is one of a kind. It depends on what your proclivities are. You know what I'm saying?
Like Triple H had that reign of terror. That's kind of the thing right there, right? Like, imagine someone doing that because they have so much pull.
He did, but I mean, Triple H you never heard any scandals. You never heard. Only thing you heard was him being friends with Shawn Michaels. You know what I mean? And marrying Vince's daughter. You know what I mean? The only scandal was the way that he left China for her. But other than that, he's straight edge. You know what I mean? This is why Cody says, he finally said Triple H was his favorite wrestler. That's why their feelings be so hurt when Triple H doesn't give them the time of day. CM Punk, the same thing. His fucking Pepsi plunge is just it's a pedigree off the top rope. You know what I'm saying? Like, He's straight edge. Triple H is straight edge. You know what I mean? There's a few wrestlers that live by that. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think that it can work depending on their level of dedication. Like somebody like Cody Rhodes could do it. We know that he grew up. His dad was a booker. Triple H obviously did it, and look where he's at now and how he's running the company. In AEW, it's kind of tricky right now.
Wasn't it like a issue when like CM Punk was getting popular and like he wanted a main event, but they gave it, or like it was supposed to be like Triple H, and then there was a whole thing with Kevin Nash, like taking over with the who texted the Triple H about things, and it was like that whole big thing that like really pissed CM Punk off. Shocked that he went back hearing some of those stories, honestly.
Yeah, it was it was a lot of that and a lot of Vince. I mean, you know, Triple H could only do what he could do. You know what I mean? His hands were tied. Like, you know what I mean? He's going to run with the bottom line. All of them did the whole time with the click. Like, it was the bottom line. Pull the belt off Brett. You know what I mean? Like, we can go back to that. Like, they were getting the job
done. Not even Brett, like not his brother-in-law. British Bulldog?
Uh-huh.
British Bulldog.
What about him?
When British Bulldog had promised to win and his sister had cancer, and Shawn Michaels decided, nah, doesn't work for me, and they took it. And Shawn Michaels, it was like a finger point of doom. He gave it to, I think, Hunter so that he would have a belt.
I mean, you know, listen, you look at the BCC over here, right? They don't take no losses. You know what I mean? They're at the top of the card. Danielson has Tony Khan's ear. He's in charge of disciplinary actions. So, you know what I mean? Moxley. Now they're in the driver's seat.
Moxley, I really wonder about.
Moxley is going to get it because he's the first guy to come over and defect from WWE, the biggest name they had at the time.
Crowd's really enjoying this, but is it hometown favorites with the Bollywood boys?
They did the Kid and Play when they came out. Is that what they keep doing?
That's one of their signature things. Who do they give it to? I mean, hometown heroes, but these are your boys, you know?
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, we haven't seen Red Velvet in a while. The last time I think was when Queen Aminata and her did a little. Where's Queen Aminata? Jesus! But when they did a backstage segment,
she's probably on the independent scene doing something. Let's see.
That's what Hook needs to do. He needs to be working independence. Oh! It's been a while since I've seen a super kick I've enjoyed. Nice. How do you not do more with Tony Nese? How do you not do more with Tony Nese? He's gone from like when they did that hottest free agent thing.
You know what? He's too accessible. That's Tony Khan's problem. Is he's too accessible.
How do you mean?
This is what I used to hear from the head of the record label, like the guys that used to work around him, because we had a direct line to the record label head, the owner, and he's a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? They're like, you guys have too much access to the boss. You know what I mean? Like, as artists, you guys shouldn't be talking directly to them. Like we should get like they were trying to gatekeep the owner of the label, even though he signed us. But in hindsight, we did have too much access to him. You know what I mean? Like those meetings should have been few and far between, not every other week. And Tony Khan shouldn't be meeting with the talent like that. It was hard to get a meeting with Vince McMahon. And when you did, you had get your point across while he's eating his steak.
Although didn't with Vince, like they said, it was early in the earlier days, more so after the monopoly, like access was much harder to get to him.
Mm-hmm.
But like that's an interesting comparison because, like, I don't know if you saw the recent reports about what seems to be happening about, and it's been a talk about it for a little bit now, ever since Excalibur stopped doing those like motor rundowns of like what the next show would be.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they saying that the episodes now are being like written last minute, and no people don't know, people flying in and thinking they have like a spot, but then they find out they're not being used for anything.
Yeah, that's what
Sloppy
happened to
shop.
Takesha.
Sloppy shop.
That's
Yeah,
what Vince used
yes.
to do. Takesha was like he said, he was at the gate waiting to like fighting, and then nothing.
A little bit of a sloppy shop. That's not a good sign. That is not a good sign. One of the biggest knocks. Hey, we're gonna see Kyle Fletcher versus Dalton Castle next week.
I'll take it.
Yeah, that's what
take
they're
it.
doing right now. They're doing like one big main event, but
now that's a main event.
That's a main event. Does it end up with Kenny Omega?
She said she has to end up with Kenny Omega. Me and my brother was just talking about Kenny Omega earlier. My brother, man, we was talking about him earlier. I didn't know that AEW sponsors a lot of the Street Fighter tournaments because of Kenny Omega. Street Fighter 6.
Like tournaments and stuff, or just the game?
No, the tournaments. They sponsor a lot of them. I think the bigger tournaments end up in the wrestling ring, and AEW does sponsor it. Thanks to Kenny Omega. Although Zelina Vega is voicing, she's one of the commentators in game. She does color commentary. You could set it up like there's. I can't wait to play Street Fighter, man. Like I play all the time. I've been started playing again finally a little bit, so I'm trying to get better. Also, I do have what is that, WrestleQuest on my system. So you guys are going to start seeing some more. I've been clipping up a little bit by little more wrestling games that I do own. So you guys will see them on the channel coming in a while. What is it? What's the other game? WrestleQuest. That one's one I was telling you about with all the toys that want to be one of them, the main character wants to be like Macho Man Randy Savage. And it's a turn-based role-playing game though. So you're like, it's a big adventure. You got to go different places. You have to wrestle, figure out stuff. What is it? If you remember the old arcade game WrestleFest, that was out way back in like the late 80s, early 90s or something like that.
The only one I really remember was it Pro Wrestler on the NES?
Oh my God. Yeah, that game was great.
Starman, man. That was my dude.
I can still hear the music.
WrestleFest. Oh, okay. I remember this.
So they remade it. It's called Retromania Wrestling. So if you look it up, the guy bought the assets to the game to the license to use it. And there's a newer game called Retromania Wrestling. Nick Aldis is in it. Mr. Hughes, Chris Bay, a lot of indie guys. You know what I'm saying, or guys that were indie for a while. Mr. Hughes is in there with Undertaker's urn. Like he's carried it. Who else is in it? The Legion of Doom are still the champions in that game, like they were in WrestleFest. And I played it, got my ass beat the other day.
Is it going to be like an online experience?
Oh, it's out now. Yeah, I think you can play online. It's been out since last year. They're adding new characters. Now they're adding the Rock and Roll Express. They've added more. Made it more modern where you could do like tag team finishes and stuff like that.
So people who are watching, it looks like they're setting up an infantry and a the Premier Athletes feud. Mm-hmm. We go right now into the main event with the Workhorsemen. I hope this goes long. Give them 20 minutes. Like we're already at the hour. Give them 20 minutes.
It's not happening.
And Top Flight.
I'm glad to see the Workhorsemen back together.
Yeah. I still think that is so weird. How do you just fire someone when they get injured? It's like firing someone if they get pregnant and then being like, oh, we'll hire again when you're done with, that thing. It's like, I don't know, man.
JD was just getting into his solo vibe, man. They should have left him with the pants and the clothes, man, and let what's the name conform too.
Yo, what the hell? Oh, Dante freaking Martin.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Man, these kids need to be built up. That's the a problem with AEW. It's just there's so many people. It's like, who do you push? At this point, like, unless you have a Jericho, Moxley, a few of these people like step down, there's just no room to bring people up.
Imagine the presentation all four of these men would get in NXT or WWE.
I don't know. Yeah.
You don't think so?
Like, I don't know. It's difficult because like they are going to reach a point of saturation as well. It's like, at what point does either of these leagues, it's like there's a need for TNA to get even bigger so that there's like even more room for people to move around.
Nobody moves around like them. They're like the Hardys, and you know what I mean, to me, of today. Like nobody moves like
man,
like Top Flight. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody could move around like the Hardys could back then. And they're almost like one of a kind. Like, you know what I mean? I don't see any tag team besides like Pretty Deadly, like, that can match up with them. I can see them, Pretty Deadly, and maybe like one other tag team, but nobody moves around kind of like them besides like Javon Evans. That was sloppy.
The only thing that I worry about for some of them is like that it ends up like a Ricochet where like, or even for me being like some of the others, like seeing what they do in like when they're allowed to have like freedom versus when they have to work a house style. It like changes a little bit. You have people that can kind of work through it, but some of them just never make that shift. Like you have a Ricochet, you had all his ability, but even now a Thriftist, he never got that personality or that thing that would have propelled him even beyond just being, super athlete. But sometimes you can't teach that. Sometimes you can't, or maybe it's not even something that it's worked on. It's just like a hope that it'll click for the people.
Ooh. Let's go. I mean, I would hope AEW builds them up and understand. They just have to understand what they have. They don't understand it.
Oh! JD Drake, man. Ooh. JD freaking Drake, man. Oh, this is a good main event. We all need to see Top Flight Ballet.
She said, I need to see Top Flight. All right, here we go. Ooh.
Got a little blood on the mouth of Darius. Sorry, everybody. I'm not very good at play-by-play, and I know like a lot of people don't listen or watch it. I'll get better at it. I will get better at it.
Double DDTs. Let's go.
That was sick. Oh, man. Darius does a double DDT on the Workhorseman. Double one. Using the ropes.
He's reaching for that tag. Let's go. Come on. No hot tag. Oh, he stepped on his head before he can get it out. Oh, he's in.
Look at those elbows, man.
Damn. That was about 10 elbows.
Set.
Oh, JD can sell, man.
Dante doing a little shaky head. That's like a nice little pin
Insecurity.
there.
Off the top, crossbody with the pin. Here comes JD. Slow to break up the count. He didn't even break it up. The ref just stopped. JD with the back chops.
Oh, we're doing peer brawl. Like the klaxon is going off. Everybody's in the ring now.
Oh yeah. See what I'm saying, man? Like,
ref, get people out of the ring. The officiating is so bad. That.
Ooh. 3. Get him out of here. That was nice.
That was so short.
I told you.
It's a 5-minute match, man.
I told you wasn't getting that long of a match, man. They was going to speed through that.
I was so hopeful.
Not this week. Tony said, pack it up. Next town.
The guy with the that was standing next to he was on the pay-per-view. Like, who did Swerve like hang out with at the end of the pay-per-view? Floyd Mayweather. There was like a guy standing next to Floyd Mayweather in green. He was in this tonight.
Well,
all right, so
6 minutes.
Ring of Honor, everybody. That was a short. I'm curious to see what Tati's going to think about that. It's a strong quality episode with not a lot going on.
The hour of no power. The hour of little power. But it was a strong Ring of Honor. It was just kept it short. Good matches, straight to the point. The main event did live up to the hype.
I like seeing Air Top Flight, man. They're very, very good.
Yeah. RP said he's like, you right, ballet.
I hit the what's her name? You're messing me up with that right there. Yeah.
Money dance.
Ballet dancer with WoW. Let's see. Have you ever heard of the Juvenile Back Dancer? Oh yeah, absolutely. That was required listening. There were songs like It Takes Two, which just were like summer jams. Like if you were outside and someone had a car, you were listening to whatever was, and that was one of them.
Oh yeah.
Robert says put Mercedes Moné and another girl in the Elite and another girl. So if it wasn't Mercedes Moné, you know what? Statlander, her turning evil and Stankley, I could,
Stokely would cut deals with them. Who would I put in the Elite myself? If I had to put two girls, I would put, like I said, the Mercedes fits perfectly with the Rainmaker.
I like where they're going with it, but I don't know. Now that I think about it, I don't know about Statlander.
Make one of the girls from Japan a heel, man. What's her name? That comes out with the kendo stick.
Oh, I can't think of it. It's not Riho. But we barely ever see them. We barely ever see them. And they're never gonna, well, I can't say never, but I can't imagine them making those women heels.
No, because they come in for a very short stint and they're gone.
And, like Juice is like a heel, but like shit, the last 2 times he came out, I was happy. And that's the benefit of going away for a little while. People miss you, Jericho. People miss you, Moxley. It's okay to go away because people will miss you. Mm-hmm. I can imagine, this fear that they'll lose their spot and whatnot, but
Moxley's not losing his spot, man.
He'll be back. People will love him.
He's Moxley, bro, and he's not only a part of the Elite. He's not only part of AEW. He's a part of WWE history. Like Mox is, he comes from the Shield, man. Like, like those 3 guys held down the industry for the last 10 years. Moxley and two companies. He helped build TNA. Like CM Punk, even in if we count him 13 years, he helped over with the almost a year that he had in TNA. Look what he was capable of doing, and you know what I mean. They're still
CM Punk?
capitalizing. When CM Punk was in AEW, look what even though he got suspended, like Collision exists. It wouldn't have existed without CM Punk.
I don't know if it's a necessarily a good thing. I wonder if because it sounds like it was a network decision to make some of these like Rampage and Collision. Like, what if it was just 2 hours of like just Tony Khan focusing and putting on just the best wrestling versus having to have 5 hours of wrestling content every freaking week, and Ring of Honor, which is another 6. That's
I mean, we'd have to ask ourselves a question: do we want more or less wrestling?
I'd be okay with less as long as it was like really tight. Because like the pay-per-views, like a critique is that with so many now, you lose some of the like this. This was the 5th year of Double or Nothing. Did it feel like there was that type of hype about it being 5 years to you or anybody watching?
The hype came during the show when everybody showed up because you didn't expect it. The thing was that everybody's been hurt for so long that the hype isn't there to me. So now that they're coming back, the only biggest thing that you could do now is have Kenny Omega back. Like with the restored roster, AEW can do some things and maybe move the needle a bit.
I have to imagine with some of the shifts, but I don't know. I don't know. I like. It's a weird thing. AEW is such a smorgasbord. If it had the benefit of focusing on a style, just a style, I imagine that the audience wouldn't be as mixed. But when you have so many different styles, so many different people to latch on, so many different people to like and love, you split not split your audience, but your audience has different people that they're rooting for. So you never really, it's difficult to have, when people say like they, or, they try to throw people into those big baskets. It's like AEW fans are so discreet. And like, I realize like seeing things as a person of color and like focusing on certain issues, like when I speak to people and I'm like, well, these are certain things that I'm seeing, those other fans, they don't know it doesn't register for them. Or even better, right now, for me, I just can't understand how people really, really like Jericho. But there are groups of people who like love what he's doing, think that he's trolling people and that it's like this great reinvention, and that there are people that are strongly rooting for it. So it's like, it's difficult to put everyone together.
It's like that Macho Man meme. You know what I mean? You don't gotta like it, but you gotta accept it.
It's like when people say like AEW is just flippy dippy stuff, and I'm like, are you sure? Have you seen, like, if you want to tune out for the flippy dippy stuff, say it was a Top Flight, then you have like a hardcore roughneck team, like a Workhorseman.
Yeah,
it's like there's not that one thing. If you don't like the luchadors, then you have like the technical stuff of a Moriarty or a Danielson. So it's like
Ryan Cage. You got there's plenty of versatility there.
You got your big beefy guys, yeah.
Yeah, there's versatility there. I think people don't give it enough credit for what it is, and it takes people a while. Nobody likes the new thing. For a while, they're gonna hate the new thing unless it sticks around. It's like a new rapper coming out and proclaiming he's the best. Like T.I. called himself the king. He took a lot of hate. He took a lot of heat from calling himself the king at a time when he called himself the king, and people eventually came around to calling T.I. the king. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I equate it. Like, you know what I mean? AEW will get there where it needs to go.
Oh, you just mentioned TNA. TNA has a more of a style. Like, they are more driven towards like the sports entertainment, but with the focus of the in-ring. Like they have a women's of wrestling. Like I think of that not necessarily for the in-ring thing, but they are built around characters and personalities.
Superheroes.
I love that as a
Yeah.
person. But it's just like, you have a specific thing. When I sit down and I'm like women of wrestling, I know overall what I'm getting. With AEW, it's just like it can be a whole bunch of things. And then like TK has no qualms about finding like the pizza guy. He has no qualms about taking stuff that's popular on the independents and highlighting it on AEW, or bringing in people from all these discrete different places. So there's not. It's like it's a smorgasbord. It's a
Yeah.
buffet.
He books like I always say he books like somebody that stays in that plays creator mode in wrestling. Like if you've ever played like what is it, New Japan Pro Wrestling, the video game, like and you can put in any wrestler you want, and he feels that I think that's what he does as far as wrestling is concerned. He knows he has enough money to come and rent you for a little while and be able to put you into a couple of quick feud, and then you can come get a bag and leave. You know what I'm saying? Like he has billions of dollars to do so.
It's
So
unfortunate for the indie scene because it doesn't allow, or a comment is it doesn't allow, like, I mean, there are a lot of WWE stars who were really independent stars, and they got like molded into that. And you also have that with the section of AEW, but necessity for that. And those individuals like came up in a time when you had a Ring of Honor, you had like even a CZW, or like just different promotions that were focusing on and trying to build something that was the alternative. But now you got AEW, which grabs all the alternative things, and it's not a chance for, or the argument is it's not a chance for a new alternative to really grow up or to really like show out a new style.
this is why I wanted a brand split. I know Tati's like against it herself. I know that a lot of people are against it. She's not the only one. But I think that a brand split would do them justice, because then you can highlight different types of wrestling on the different shows. Kind of like Ring of Honor is more, to me, it's more tough nails shit. You know what I'm saying? Like when I watch Ring of Honor, I get to see Top Flight. I get to see the infantry. It's more so it gives me that indie vibe, but it's tougher. You know what I'm saying? Athena is a tough ass champion. Um, Collision was the to me it was the sports entertainment show when it first started, and then AEW was just that, it was AEW. You know what I'm saying? Like it was that, all right, you're gonna get a gumbo pot of everything here on Dynamite. I'm sorry, not AEW, but Dynamite. So I think that if he did that, anybody that wants to work the sports entertainment style, some people need that sports entertainment style. Like Mercedes Monet could benefit from being on Collision doing the sports entertainment thing if they present it like it was in the beginning. Brian Cage could benefit from it. This is
He
why
could.
this is why CM Punk had those guys over there. You know what I mean, on those days, on that Saturdays where you get to see them. Ricky Starks benefited from being on Collision. As soon as they did that, as soon as the Young Bucks did that victory lap, it was just a deflation for me. Like, all right, here they go. It's over for what it was becoming, what it was. Like, you know what I mean? Like, remember the storyline with Ricky Starks and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat? That shit was great.
I feel bad for Ricky. He kind of poor Ricky. He still got his like blow off with Danielson, but like Danielson, whenever they try to do that, Danielson or even a BCC as a stand-in for Punk, it just felt so inauthentic.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing.
No, not at all.
All right, so let's get back to the comments.
Okay.
Mr. All Days also, what were the best moments of The Wire for all of us?
Season 4, the whole season 4.
And for me,
go ahead. Yeah, just
what about season 4?
It was the introduction of the kids coming in. Although it's fucked up, but I mean it's just real life. We got to see Michael's his ascension and his growth, the problems that he had. What was the who else was it? Michael B. Jordan. We met his character and saw how he is there so many characters that came out of that show just in that season, and then how they get tempted to come to the block, like, you know what I mean, to sell drugs and stuff like that. It was that. And then they had to go to school as well. Season 4 is the best, by far the best season of The Wire.
And for me, I didn't get to see The Wire. I did see The Corner, which was the precursor to The Wire. And like, I don't know. I don't know why I missed it. I mean, I feel like must have been out of the country or something, or like this was a
Could have
time
been.
when I was doing the Fulbright. When did The Wire start? What year?
Let's see.
But for me, it'd be The Corner because it was a great show, and knowing The Corner, I've always wanted to see The Wire.
June 1st, 2002.
Oh goodness, 2002. Oh, that was when my great granddaddy passed away, and I kind of after 9/11, and I just took a year off and played a video game. That was when I played Mech Warrior, and I became Daisu Saikoro Nagasawa, and like started as a runt of that team, and like made it as the person that was leading it and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Went to Tulsa, Oklahoma for a extended period of time. Yeah, that was just a year that I did not care about the world. I did not care. Like, I'm sure at this moment, I'm sure looking back, I had a short period of time of PTSD after 9/11.
Oh man, I can imagine.
And Mr. All Days Off says, I always like season 2, even though most think it's skippable. What was it about it, Mr. All Day Off? Leo rocks the ponytail like Norman Bryce. We son.
Hey man, listen. It's the only thing you could do with the hair when you you know what I mean, you don't have nobody to braid it up at the time. You just, you know what I mean, grab one of these, grab a scrunchie, a big scrunchie, and just tie it up and put some gel in and slick the shit back.
Oh, I'm telling you guys, you don't know. Like making content, or if you make it, making content takes a lot of time, a lot of effort. Ballet dancer say yes, sir, with a clock. And laughing at Mr. All Days Off. And I had to look the character up. Send a picture. I'm so curious. Mr. All Days Off is laughing with Ballet saying,
I know who she's talking about on The Wire. Yeah, she's talking about yeah. I knew who she was talking about. I knew who they were talking about too.
Mr. All Days Off, some site ranked the Tupac's movies. You should look it up and see if you agree. What site? I'm so curious about that.
Yes, and the feds are investigating. Yeah, I saw that today on what was it? Oh, they showed it inside of our group chat for the Hardcore Sports Network.
Do you think it has anything to do with Trump being found guilty?
Well, I doubt it, but Vince did spend some money over there.
Man, like him and his wife, like being in a well, more so his wife being in politics. She was in his cabinet. She like did stuff underneath. I don't think it was for the Department of Education. Don't even remember, but she was in his cabinet. I wonder if anything will ever fall out from any of that interaction. And let's see, is Juice number 1, Mr. All Days Off? And he says, I think so. And that I think it ranked 10 movies. Okay. Yeah, how is Big Brother doing, Leo?
He's doing much better. He's moving around. He's getting out of the house, so definitely doing a lot better. Thank you for asking.
He had a surgery, right?
Yes. He had some toes removed.
Really?
Yes.
Due to complications from something else?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm glad he's feeling better. I hope that he recovers quickly and that there's no real problems.
Oh yeah, he's moving around, man. He's starting to get around. That's the good thing.
That's the most important thing, yeah. Mr. All Days Off says Becky's leaving WWE this weekend.
Yes. That's what I hear too.
I don't know if Becky is leaving. I think that's pretty much the consensus. She's just gonna get out of her contract. Although you know what? Like, you don't leave a contract if you're staying at a place. There's no necessary. It's just so weird. It's so weird. Like they leave and then they come back. I have to imagine she's going to do like indie stuff or, something like just different. Because I can't imagine that someone at that level Like they wouldn't say, all right, if you want to stick around, we'll give you like a 6 month break, do whatever you want. When you come back, you can either put it at the end of it or put it at the beginning, or even give her a stipend or small pay or something to lock that person in. But leaving for her, that's probably going to give her the best chance to make the most money. Maybe she got a deal that she didn't care for. Although I hear that the deals she got were pretty big, but that's just rumor. What do you think about that?
Which rumor? Becky leaving?
Yeah.
I don't think she'll leave, but Becky's hit a ceiling to where they have to let they have to grow some talent for her to fight against. She doesn't really need a title for a while. Even if she does come back. I think that an invasion angle would be great if they did that with TNA. Which they're kind of doing now. They're open to doing. I see Ethan Page coming in. What did they call it? The prohibited portal is what Jordan Grace has, the new T-shirt. So Jordan Grace, I think they should do something with TNA, honestly. And I think that if they would have done that before Becky left, Becky versus Jordan Grace would have been a great match. I would love to see Becky go over to TNA for a bit of time and to, you know what I mean? Kind of like Naomi did, but just going over there under like, you know what I mean? Them sending some women talent over to TNA, some of their best, Natalia, Becky, some of the ones that need to take a rest from WWE TV to get some of these newer stars over, because we still need to see that's her spots could go to Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. You know what I'm saying? Like we need to see them in the tag division move up. There's so many people in the different divisions that need to move up. Ricochet needs to shed that speed title and actually win the world championship, or you know what I mean? I don't want to see him with the Intercontinental or the what's the name anymore. So Becky leaving opens up a spot. So, you know what I mean? She could take some time off, go take care of Rue, then get back in the ring, gain a little weight, put a little weight back on, because she looks like she's wearing herself thin, literally. You know what I'm saying? With the book and everything that she put out, and she's flying back and forth. She's, you know, she's still putting on great matches, but that last match you could tell she's burnt. You could see her. She looks burnt out. But I don't think she'll leave.
I haven't watched them, and I kept hearing people speak about how unhappy she looked or how unenthused she was during close to the end of what's going, or closer to this period of time. And that's just like listening to other people watching her.
I don't even think people understand. I don't even think she understands how burnt out she is yet. She probably thinks she can still get up and go because it's routine, but it's like once she goes home and sits back and thinks about it and takes that long breath, because she was saying, I never said I was going anywhere and did it, blah, blah, blah. She kept saying that. But it's like, no, we're sitting you down as fans, telling you to go relax. You know what I'm saying? Like, let some of these younger people come up. You need somebody new to fight. We're tired of you're in a feud. You're in the same feuds every year. Relax for a minute. You know what I mean? Come back to a whole new landscape and have new challenges come up. Like when she came back after she got injured the last time, she took Bianca's title, was in a feud from you know what I mean, for a long time. What was that? So SummerSlam when she took Bianca's title and had it for damn near. She had it for like almost until like the next WrestleMania, I think. She had it for a while or whatever it was. Whenever Bianca won that title back from her. She had it for when she was big time Bex and she was bad. When she started wearing all the crazy gear and everything, you know. So
I still would like to see her in women's of wrestling.
Oh yeah, I would love to see her go down there too. I would love to see some of those girls come up there. I'm still waiting on the Tonga twins to see what happens with them.
Let's see. Ballet Dancer said no problem. And Mr. Olezov says 37 years old is old for a woman in WWE, unfortunately. I would wonder. I wonder when did not for WWE. Oh, what's her name? She used to be in WWE, but she was pissed off in one match, and she decided just to like jump out of the whatever it is, like a battle royal, and like was who is that? Asian wrestler. Really, really amazing. She was one of my favoriits when
I watched Xia Li. Who are you talking about?
No, she was in TNA. She's more known for TNA.
Oh, Gail Kim.
Gail Kim. Gail Kim. I forgot what we were mentioning. Gail Kim. Oh yeah, I'm wondering when Gail Kim like finally like put it up. I feel like she was beyond 37.
I mean, yeah, but what? How old is Serena Deeb though?
Good question. Yeah, how old is Serena D? I don't. Yeah, I don't think
She's
I think of.
37, so she's just hitting her prime. Like she's getting on people's radars right now. 37 is a little older, but Becky doesn't. She doesn't look as old as Serena Deeb does. No disrespect to Serena Deeb because she's still in great shape. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely don't want to age out a woman, but I would say that most wrestlers hit their peak at 40. Becky still has a lot to give to the industry. Um, as even being that age, we're in a different time now. You know what I mean with wrestling. And you think about it, at 50 years old, look at the match that Trish Stratus gave us with Becky when she's 36 and Becky's 30, you know what I mean? And she's 50. So, you know what I mean? Anything's
How,
possible.
how old is Charlotte Flair?
Charlotte Flair.
He says Becky.
Charlotte Flair is 38.
38.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So maybe Charlotte Flair might have a few words about that. Ballet dancer asked Mr. All Days Off, "Do you think she will go with the Tony Khan?" And
Absolutely.
he says probably not. They said Mercedes Moné more than Becky. Are they friends? Is Becky and Mercedes Moné friends?
I think so. I don't think they have an issue with each other. They're, the four horsewomen, they seem to be fine. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as I know, they seem to be okay with each other. Even Becky and Charlotte made up. So
What makes you say you don't think she would go?
who, Becky?
Hmm.
Um the organization. Just like not as far as their organization, but just being organized. Her and Seth operates under such an organized routine that I don't think that she would break that up. You know what I'm saying? But crazier things have happened. If he opens up that Brinks truck, you know what I mean, and does that, and it's organized enough for them to go over there and to be able to do stuff. If she's given an opportunity to lead some talent and actually lead some talent, because the girls probably would listen to her. Some of them, I would love to see a Becky Lynch Serena Deeb match. Speaking of Serena Deeb, I would love to see a Becky Lynch Athena match again. Becky Lynch, of course, Becky Lynch and Mercedes Moné is going to cook. Becky Lynch versus Willow Nightingale. Becky Lynch versus there's a list. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see her fight Sky Blue because then she'll job her. I don't want to see her fight Julia Hart. You know what I mean? There's a list of women I don't want to see her fight, but there is a list of women I would like to see her fight. Becky Lynch versus Nyla Rose. I want to see that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad to me that there's not like a strong third. TNA, it feels like they should be that though. I heard people worrying like as a young roster and what happened with like the UK scene when WWE came in and like took out like a lot of their or it became you a lot of people from the UK scene left to go into NXT at the time. It just killed this scene. That's why Osprey he like talks a lot about how he fought through and kept going to try to bring light to it when it was just like
yeah,
devastated.
but look at the UK scene now. All of the guys are just now coming up from that roster. Like if you look at it, all of the people that you're seeing on TV, there's I would say at least 40% of them, maybe I'm getting too much. Maybe 35% of WWE's roster is coming up they're coming from NXT UK. Isla
Mhm.
Dawn and
Oh,
Alpha Fire. Gunther was NXT champion. Who was it? Ila Dragunov. Um, I can keep going. What's her name? Piper Niven. You know what I'm saying? Like Gallus. Like all of these, where they were all NXT UK. Then they would come to NXT. Then they go to the main roster. And if you sink or swim from there, you know what I mean? Like,
I hear that. I just mean like, unfortunately, because of like NXT UK, like it destroyed the scene. Like the companies that they pulled people from, like what culture had a wrestling promotion, and as soon as people were taken from them, they were operating. But as soon as their stars were taken, like they couldn't exist anymore. They like just died. So like one of the scary things is like a McDonald's putting themselves in another country. When you have those big entities, it can take away or like just make what is of that area kind of go away.
No, I understand. I definitely can see that and understand that. That's a very valid point.
And that's the knock, or not a knock, but that's the problem with like an AEW as well. Like not or taking stars that kind of like pop up, like Jack Cartwheel, who I wish I could see every week on Ring of Honor. Like if they just leave him on there and he made a featured showcase, that would be amazing. Or the Gringo Loco. But like if they were, then you pull them away from the scene that's like growing. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't allow the scene itself to produce those new stars, the Ricochets, the Swerves, the Tyler Blacks, the CM Punks, like had all these people that came up from that. It's like that system isn't there. And then what do? You have like a person like Hook who starts off in a company, but they grow up through the company. They don't get that like experience.
Yeah.
And I imagine it's hard to make a star with, and I don't know, I'm curious about like NXT, but it seems hard for people who are, athletic, but they don't get that experience. And I see people mentioning like Hook going to NXT. For me, I wish he would go to the independents for like 3 years. Just do different things, learn new styles. Because like, what's there to mold if you don't have that base yet?
I mean, that would all see that all falls on his father. So to me, like, I mean, his dad has the control over that. He should have showed him how to do that and how to make it work. His dad had an ECW to train and do all the other stuff under, and wherever else he worked on independence. And it seems like he's not showing him all the suplexes that he needs to show him. I was saying that yesterday. So.
Just Samoa Joe might be interesting, but it's the same thing. It's like, just let that man like do tours, go to many different promotions, like try your hand in TNA for a while, try your hand in like even NWA, MLW, come to HOG. He's never come to like House of Glory, which does training in-house. Like do a 3 to 6 month tour there. But I don't know. Hook is one person that is curious because like it'll be interesting to see how his career develops. I don't think he will be with AEW when his contract is over.
Yeah, he'll move somewhere else.
It seems like they want to, like they're putting him in the stuff right now, but we'll see.
They probably just don't want to lose Taz.
That's a good point. They don't have, for me, the strongest announced team. Even Riccaboni and Coleman are so just like wasted on Ring of Honor.
Yeah, they're the better announced team.
Oh, they're premier. They're the tops. Tops.
I agree.
So Mr. All Day Soft says probably not. They said Mercedes Moné more than Becky. And ballet dancers, there should be Chad Gable and Otis theme song. It takes two to make it think of
Rob Bass.
Chad Gable. Oh, he's a great wrestler. Ballet dancer. Damn, Sasha has a lot of dough. Mr. Oldies, I really hope that they can make sure to maximize her potential. One thing that WWE definitely does, knows promotion. Knows promotion. You'll get promoted. You will know when events are happening. They will show up, show out every day of the week. All in, huge knock. Like it wasn't as big as it could have been. And they could have, if they wanted to, they could have sold that place out. But anyway, Mr. All Day says Lao, she's the CEO. I remember that, Leo. And the WWE is the best show ever, honestly. Oh, The Wire is the best show, honestly. Even better. Best shows ever.
Long series, like a the series drama that went a few years.
Yeah, you got to
The
think like
Wire's up there.
HBO's, right? Like Soprano is one. Breaking Bad is one. Anything else that you can think of?
Sopranos, The Wire, Breaking Bad.
People like that Lost. I never watched Lost.
Sons of Anarchy should be put there, but not a lot of people have seen it. It's
Heard
one
of
those,
it, yeah.
Yeah, Sons of Anarchy is one of those. If you want to see a good show that's wild, starring what's her name? That played Peg Bundy.
Oh man, I had such a crush on her. What's her name?
Katie Sagal.
Katie Sagal. I still remember a dream I had about her when I must have been like a teenager. Like I still remember that damn dream. Ridiculous.
You want to see her look badass? Go watch Sons of Anarchy. She's badass in Sons of Anarchy. She's like one of the best. She's one of the best characters in it.
I feel like there's so many good long series shows that I've missed out on, sadly.
Yeah. Nip Tuck was good until they started doubling up on the shows and started showing the same surgeries. I watched that thing all the way through for some reason.
Mr. All Days Off said 2002. Was that the movie? Oh, that was Wire starting.
Mm-hmm.
June 1st, almost exactly 22 years ago. Dang.
So they ranked it.
Let's see. He also says that they ranked it, and that 9, Nothing But Trouble.
That was a good movie.
Don't know if I remember that one. Bally says Linda probably had a boy toy on the side. You have to hope so.
Absolutely, she does. Absolutely, she moved on from Vince a long time ago.
Oh yeah, have to hope so. Like, don't live a life with in a partnership. I imagine like partnerships that get to that point, they know that they're so strong and it's okay. Like Rock and his former partner, I imagine they could have done something like that, but they decided to move apart and just stay together as business partners. And then most famous, like Will Smith and Jada Pinkett.
Oh yeah.
Poor Will, though. It sounds like Jada knew like things were okay, but Will wasn't so sure.
Like, man, her character is all like I say. Her character has always had entanglements. Her life is an entanglement.
It's like Will. Interesting story between those two. 8, Drexel's Class. Drexel's Class.
I see that. Look, I'm looking at it now. It was a series that ran from 91 to 92.
That's Mr. Coleman. Who's that guy? He was and that guy is also pretty Dabney Coleman, and Jason Biggs was in that. Brittany Murphy. I do not remember this at all. 7 was Different World episode. We got 6 was gang related. 5 Bullet. 4 Above the Rim. Really, he was in Drexel's Class. 3 Gridlocked. 2 was Poetic Justice, and 1 was Juice. Juice.
We talking about Tupac's appearances?
Yeah, Juice, man. That shit.
Oh yeah, he did it. Juice. That's when they said he kept the character and started rapping as the character from Juice.
That was good. Ballet Dancers, I'm so happy to hear that Big Brother is doing better.
Yes, thank you, Ballet.
Robert Brown. Speaking of the early Cash Money, y'all remember the song "Shine" from Lil Wayne's second album?
Mm-hmm.
There are 2 versions, one with Mac 10 and Big Times and Mickey in Mickey in the remix with the Hot Boys. I don't know if I know that.
Mm-hmm. And that Shine. I remember that.
Robert, please pass the link. Ballet Dancer says Tupac was very good in the episode of A Different World. I never saw it, so Mr. All Days Off. Ballet Dancer said you could see it in her face. Becky is done. The younger NXT ladies are better.
So Ruka, oh man, Lady Jack Cartwheel.
Have they? Well, no, they have been bringing people up, right? Like, who are those boys that they? I heard of them in NXT and how impressive they were, like just through the ether. That they think should be with like Chad Gable, like his new running mates.
Oh, the Creeds.
Creed brothers, man. Like I I need to at some point sit down and look at some of this stuff. One of them, like they talk about his strength and his ability.
The Creed brothers are amazing. They're amazing.
So that's good. It's good to see. Yeah, it's good to see that the people are getting used and are being elevated.
Mm-hmm.
The Tiger Twins put out a video recently, says
I need
ballet,
to see that.
and mentioning Gail Kim. Thank you. If you can as well, I would love to see that video, ballet. Thank you, Robert. Gail Kim.
The Tonga
So
twins.
I like them. I mean, as a fan, like that, they've been a delight. I'm so curious to see what they actually will do. It's interesting that people are mentioning Japan when they're talking about going anywhere. I'm guessing Japan is just a dead scene now.
The Tonga twins are. I mean, are they training with Natty? Oh no, that's Natty training Jordan Grace and then no, they're posting. They posted with the Kendrick Lamar. They're not like us. Everybody's listening to that.
Mr. All Days Off. I just watched her talk about that, and she was on someone's podcast. Is this Becky? She's 37. Ballet can speak on this. A woman's 40 might be different than a guy's. Mr. All Days Off 40. I think for the whole world, like the age is shifting. Like 40s are people are doing things in their 40s now that they would be doing in their 30s. It's like there's just this extension that seems to be going on for people with hormonal changes. Robert Brown, Lord Jamar, King Leo. How would y'all book the Matt Hardy Edge lead a feud? I paid attention to that because Matt was probably someone I liked a lot, especially after when he went into the V1 character. That was my all-time favorite gimmick of his. And I also wondered, like with Matt Hardy, like I was somebody who wanted him to do well, and when he came out and like he yelled out Ring of Honor and everything, it was like so disruptive and different, and like then you just have Matt Hardy beaten over and over again. I think I would have given him more of a chance to elevate because people were really behind him. Really, really behind him. It was one thing for people to love Adam Edge and want to see him like just be a heel, but like people really wanted at the time Matt Hardy to get some comeuppance, and it just never happened.
Yeah, they did the Hardys dirty over in AEW.
The AEW or
yeah, AEW. They were. I don't think the Hardys were really given a fair shot over in AEW. They got jobbed out the whole time.
Okay. And then let's see. It says Lord Jamar King. Oops, same one. Missy Hyatt and Jim Ross and her dated a couple of years after his wife died. She basically said Jim Ross got good D and don't need no Viagra.
Oh shit.
Okay. Oh, I don't know if I want to imagine their sex tape. Thank you, Mr. All Days Off. Oh, and then Stone Cold came in and stoned both Jim Ross and Missy Hyatt while they were like having sex. Okay. Solo trained with Rikishi. Aaron Solo or which Solo?
Solo Sikoa, probably. That's his dad, though.
And then I never saw Sons of Anarchy, says Mr. All Days Off.
You got to check out Sons of Anarchy. You guys, if you guys are missing out, if you want to see a great show, here is the link to the Tonga twins. I don't know. It didn't post.
How do we do that?
But
I think I have to.
It's their YouTube. I mean, their Instagram. If you go to their Instagram, there's a statement there. But they are supposed to have a where they talk on their YouTube channel, and they're crying in this video, talking about what's going on over in WOW, whoever's
really
down. Yeah,
Tonga twins. Okay, let me see. I'll fiddle this in a little bit. That's interesting that links don't show up, but I can imagine it's for safety. So he has a good idea. June 1st. How about a first half of the year awards for the past 6 months? That's pretty good. I like that. I like that a lot. It is a good time to do a little reflection because I don't know. It's been a wild year for wrestling.
Oh yeah.
Best storyline. Best storyline. Cody Rhodes is probably up there.
The best storyline in wrestling right now? Tony Storm.
Well,
Now that
that's
Cody's
very
done, Tony
good.
Storm.
That's very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. That was last year. I can't think of too much else. Those are the two premier ones. Somebody who's finished this story and someone whose character is elevated so highly that you just can't. She's undeniable.
Mm-hmm.
She's undeniable.
And that's another
Best
WWE
superstar.
walkout. Vince is crazy.
Oh, getting smushed in the face and feeling disrespected. You gotta imagine like that was not
Is that what happened to her? She got mushed?
like she was but the thing that I remember is Charlotte Flair smushing pie in her face and calling her, was it Pie Tony or something, or Cake Tony? Like it was just like a real kind of condensation, a dismissal of her, and that was my understanding. One of the moments where she smiled and seemed to be a part of it, but like shit,
She
like
packed her bag and walked out of Raw.
yeah, like you're not going to do that to me. And good for her. Good for her for knowing her worth. It's easy to sometimes just take things when you don't want to for whatever reason. And best superstar, Tony Storm again. MJF hasn't been around. Cody Rhodes is, he's shown what it is to be a pure baby face in the era of tweeners.
Mm-hmm.
I really respect that. I do respect that. Probably The Rock. Probably The Rock.
I'm talking about right now.
Just the first 6 months, like somebody who, even if he just came back for a brief moment in time, like captivated. Oh, it would be The Rock for me. He is a superstar, like hands down.
Mania, yeah. The final boss.
People might not know Cody Rhodes. They might not know Reigns. They might not know Seth Rollins. They might not know MJF. They will know I had a police officer at my house the day like he came out and did that thing with when it was like we have the former WWE superstar coming back, and it was I can't think of his name, but they did that like swerve, like he comes out first and he's like, no, it was The Rock. And the police officer is like, oh, that's The Rock. I haven't heard that music in a long time. That's a superstar. That's a superstar. Oh, what about for you? Who would be yours?
I'd have to go with you and say The Rock.
Best rookie or young prospect? Oh, I would have to sit down and really think about that.
Jack Cartwheel.
I love him. I don't know if he's young, but someone new. Beast Mortos. Fuck me. Why haven't I seen him on my TV?
It's been a while, man. It's time to bring him back.
One of the biggest issues with that on-off again policy is nice that you get to miss people, but then you forget like there are people that you're missing. Like I hate that I have to think, oh, where's Queen Aminata, or like where's Briscoe, or you're like, I don't know. That's another thing that I think is frustrating when it comes to being a regular TV watcher here. And best match. Danielson Ospreay was this year, right?
Yes. Or no, I think it was last year.
Was it?
Yeah.
Huh.
I can't find this Tonga Twins full video on YouTube. They said it's there, but they got they must got them WOW must got them buried on like the 50th page of YouTube.
We're gonna rank these down, Mr. Or please, Mr. All Days Off, do me a favor. Please write these questions down And like, yeah, well, maybe take some time and think about it, put it out to the audience as well, so people can bring their answers and their thoughts. Like best female. Ballet dancer says, yes, are any changes in the body?
Oh,
Mr.
here we
All
go.
Days Off. For the
There's,
Tonga Twins?
yeah, there's a 30-minute Tonga Twins interview.
What's the keywords did you find use for it?
I just didn't spell it right. It's Tonga Twins at Tonga Twins Z.
Okay. I'll check that out. Thank you, everybody. Mr. All Days Off. Though Mr. All Days Off, remember, men when we get older, we have to deal with like testosterone too. It's not something that people really think about. Not something I thought about when I was younger. But as I grow older and things are changing, it's certainly something that like I think about more. And the fact that it's we have testosterone replacement theory, replacement. Oh, that word, therapy. Thank you. Like, and that is not necessarily a dirty word. It's something it's strange because it doesn't feel like it's in the public consciousness. But growing older, it's something that I hear more and more, and it's like spoken to me about more and more. Mr. All Days Off. That's what I thought. I don't want to hate, but Bailey might become BBW status by 40. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
No, she looking good thick, man. I like Bailey right now. You know what I'm saying? She
Nothing
thick.
wrong with that. Mr. All Days Off says I met in her 40s. Speaking of BBW, you see Vivica A. Fox in the news. Ballet.
I did. She said I saw that Vivica Fox is looking for love at 60. Yeah, it's too late. If she wasn't gaslighting 50, you know what I mean? If she wasn't gaslighting 50 Cent, she called him the love of her life.
Oh, I saw something about that.
Mm-hmm.
Saw something about that. Mr. All Days Off, that's a good collab video for 3 to make and look back on it December 31st, see if the past 6 months got better. Oh, what's better? That's such a subjective take, but yeah. Or worse. And then half of the year awards.
Juicy Robinson, yeah. I definitely say Juice Robinson is one of my favorite people.
God dang it! When he came back, when he scrambled up the ring, it was like 3 seconds in that match yesterday. But holy shit, he's a highlight for me.
That's all you needed,
right?
All we need him now to just do the intro.
MJF looked like a clone. And Vivica looks nice to me at 60, but we're clowning her.
Well, I haven't seen her face. You know, she had a lot of face work done the last time I seen her, so I don't know if it's settled yet.
Oh, you know what I'm seeing a lot here, and this is just off the topic. Well, not really, but like for work, there were a lot of BBLs, Brazilian butt lifts happening in New York. Like, it's staggering, and I'm a butt person personally. Like, I appreciate the derriere. It is a lot though. Some of this, it looks cartoonish. It looks unreal, and it's more and more popular out here. Like an older generation people too. Like, I don't know. Is there anything that you've noticed on the West Coast that's going on?
Huh?
Have you noticed any like anything like BBLs or like any big surgery types that are popular in the West Coast?
Yeah, they're very popular, especially where I live now, like near where I'm staying. It's I see it all the time, even just going into Walmart.
Yeah.
It's just like you pay for that BBL, but you shopping at Walmart, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I was at
you got a BBL, you got to go to Target. You know what I'm saying? Not Wally World. You know what I'm saying? But I see it all the time, looking like an ant.
Like my local Key Food, and there were 3 women in the same day at my local Key Food, and I'm not in some magical place. This is like nothing. I was like, okay, And I was just in the store itself, in the general area. I don't know what's going on here, but I guess that's what it. Imagine every single person like evolving to have that kind of look in America.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. He said, Attack of the AEW Clones, says Ballet. Jinder Mahal, yes, he came out first before Rock. That I was watching with my grandmother, and that was a good swerve. That was really well done.
Oh yeah, Vivica don't look 60. She looks good, man. I don't mind her seeing little BBW Vivica. You know what I'm saying? She looks all right. You know what I mean? She looked better than she did the last time I seen her with all that face work. Because she was, she gets a lot of like, what is it? Botox.
Yeah.
She does a lot of Botox injections. Right now, it looks like she caught up with the Botox with the extra weight. So I like that. I like Auntie Vivica.
Crowd went mild. That was really well done. Mr. Holidays Off, Vivica was really in love with 50 Cent, but you should check out her episode of Uncensored in TV One this season. It was pretty good from Ballet Dancer on TV One. And then crowd laughing at crowd went mild. Mr. Holidays Off, I'll check that out if it's online. And Ballet Dancer says it's probably online. They said Vivica Fox looked like E Honda.
That's fucked up.
Who said that? Oh my gosh!
It must have been somebody being mean on Twitter. That's fucked up. E Honda.
That's rough.
Oh man, no, she looked better than E Honda, man. I can't do Auntie Vivica like
that. What's the next step up from E Honda? Blanca? Or is that a step down?
Oh no, that's just that's green. He's green. He's green.
Mr. All Days Off says thanks for that.
She was Chun-Li and what's her name though? When she was you know what I mean? What was she in what was her nickname in? That's when she looked her best in Kill Bill.
Kill Bill. Oh, I don't remember. That was a good period for her. She did. Man,
she was on fire. That was like one of her last good movies, though. I always say, I equate it to the Morris Chestnut curse.
What do you mean?
I feel that Morris Chestnut has a curse when he does movies with black women in Hollywood. Eventually, like I would say, a movie or two later, they lose their luster in their career. It's happened to the best of them. Halle Berry can't really, you know what I mean? She had, she came back for John Wick, but after that it's been you know what I mean? Vivica Fox, all of the women that were in what is it, The Best Man? You just have to look at it. There's a flow. I was gonna make a flow chart one year, but I didn't want to be mean, but I got some Morris Chestnut. But I want you guys to do the research yourself and look up Morris Chestnut and look at his movies and look at the black women that have been next to him. I think there's only been one to survive his wrath, but usually 1 to 2 movies later, after that, their careers are over after working with Morris Chestnut.
People loved him. People previously loved him. Can you imagine?
He's a face actor, and all he does is squint.
Kill Bill. It's been 21 years since Kill Bill Volume 1. That's crazy.
They were trying to do a volume 3, but they couldn't get what's her name, played Beatrice Kiddo to commit. She felt they were trying to kill her on set.
And really, that bad, huh?
Oh yeah, the video's been leaked of the car scene. They finally released the car scene video, and they had to defend themselves against it. When she was in that car, she was in a car chase in that movie. I believe it was in Kill Bill, and it never made it. But the car chase, she didn't want to drive the car, and they kept trying to make her drive the car. When she finally drove it, the car ended up crashing, and she barely, you know what I mean? She got hurt, and she barely survived that, and she didn't want to, like, you know what I mean? So her relationship hasn't ever been the same. That's why she hasn't been in any more of his movies or anything.
You know, that might be, I don't know if you know about like Mad Max, Charlize Theron.
Mm-hmm.
And who's the guy that played Venom?
Tom Hardy.
Yeah, Tom Hardy. They apparently really went at it on set, and it was like the set was already very high pressured.
Yeah,
and like Oh, the stories of the two, and that might be why she hasn't come back. She's not in a new one. They have a
Yeah.
completely new actress, and like you could imagine, because it's such a connection between this movie that came out and the last one, that for the last act they could have had her in it, and it would have been perfect. It would have made a lot of sense, but you know.
I mean, feuds always make everything better, but I guess in this case, no.
I gotta be able to like step it up to for the business.
Yeah.
Ballet dancer says the bizols start to sag. Bizols start to sag. ED,
ED. Oh,
another stuff
another.
for men. Oh, I want to get that's where I would get a nip tuck. I would definitely get a nip tuck when it comes to the bizols. And like, what was it? Oh, I'm tired today. That comedian, he was talking about how he would get Botox in his balls so that he would just have the smoothest balls in the
Oh my
world.
God.
Dave Chappelle. I
That's
still
funny.
remember when he was talking about that, like walking down on the beach and say, "Do you like these balls?" Like, and don't forget the issues with the prostate. Very, very, very
Oh,
true.
Mr. Holiday Talk's response. He's sweating.
Both men and women go through changes as you get older.
That's
So
why
true.
I work out as hard as I do all the time.
And women walking around with ant booties.
Yes. Yes. I see it a lot. I live in Hollywood. It looks crazy. Those people,
Yeah.
man, they are very dangerous.
I don't know how you get like in between them. Like, oh man, I don't. It's wild to me, and it's not if it was just like a minor light thing. Like they look like beyond basketballs. Like each cheek. Oh, I don't know. It's just such a weird thing to me.
I mean, they
Ants.
he said ants. Yeah, they do look like ants, man. Hey, I agree.
I wonder if there's any
Ballet said they
wrestlers.
stink too. I've heard that they stink, but then again, that's why the price of tissue has gone up thanks to BBLs. Uh oh
Oh,
man.
you have to put it on a pole and like get back there. Like,
Oh.
oh man.
Oh, that's funny.
Kifu is still around, yes, in some places. Mr. All Days Off said me neither. With they're trying to catch a man, says ballet dancer. She was good in Kill Bill. Yes, she
Very.
was. Mr. All Days Off, I said Opa Femi looked like a swole Morris Chestnut.
I can see it.
Okay.
At least he's more than a face actor and can, deliver more dialogue than Obafemi can deliver more dialogue if you put him in a movie versus Morris Chestnut. Morris Chestnut plays the same character in every movie.
Who's your favorite or your most? Who do you think has the most upside in NXT at the moment? Barring a Trick Williams, like in NXT
Obafemi.
right now, Obafemi.
Obafemi. Yeah, absolutely Obafemi. Obafemi's everything they wanted. Omos, Ahmed Johnson. I can go down a list of black wrestlers that they wanted them to be. Even Ricochet. Ricochet is Achilles' heels. He can't talk on the mic. Maybe that's why if they let him have a heel run, then he'll be all right. That's the only thing he's missing is that microphone skill. No Vinny. If you give him the mic and let him go, he'll be all right. Even Seth sucked for a long time. Seth was horrible on the microphone for a long time. He used to it was always he relied on the laughter and his, you know what I mean? And then finally it clicked, like when he was able to talk and cut promos when he was bad, and he really it started around the time when they gave him when they called him the Messiah. That's when he got good, and he had Buddy Murphy, aka Buddy Matthews. Yeah. Yep. Ballet said Mr. All Days Off said Obafemi looks like a swole Morris Chestnut looks. Ballet is laughing. Ballet said Uma Thurman. Yes, Uma Thurman would not return.
And then Mr. All Days Off with Damn. With I've never seen any Mad Max movies. Not even the original ones.
They're great, especially the one with Thunderdome with Tina Turner.
And the first one is very strange. Like if you ever catch it, it's like a unique thing. It's not like the later Mad Max movies, but
No,
uh,
it's like it's the fall of society. You know what I'm saying? The first one, it was the fall of society before they could start getting into the other stuff.
Ballet Dancer says Tom Hardy is no joke. He knocked out a director on set, and I mean knocked him out cold.
Leaving them
Charlize
alone.
Theron with a like scared face. Mr. Ole's off. Did he need to go? Did he need to go in the ambulance?
Call somebody, call the ambulance. Oh, have you guys seen? If you guys, I remember I talked about it before, but you guys need to watch that movie on Epic Beard Man.
Epic Beard Man.
Yeah, Epic Beard Man was the guy that was on the bus that knocked out the black guy, because the black guy was in his face yelling, and then they made a movie with Charles Dutton and
Really?
Beard? Yeah, Epic Beard Man. Charles Dutton played the black dude that was on that was the antagonist. Was the was it the protagonist or antagonist? He's the antagonist. And then who was the protagonist? It was damn it,
Oh, the film Badass? Is it
Badass.
Badass?
Yes. Badass, and then it was Badasses, and then Badasses 2.
Not Danny Trejo.
Danny Trejo played the
Really?
Yeah.
All right, I checked that out.
It was good, man. I can't front. And then he delivered the line at the end. Somebody called Charles Dutton delivered the line at the end of the movie. Somebody called Amber Lamps.
Mr. All Days Off says older women walk around with the aunt booties.
Yes, they do.
The ballet dancer, the production team was looking for the director, and they found him laid out on the floor. God damn. God damn. Mr. All Days Off, I sincerely think Soruka has the highest upside. I do think that Tats was a mistake, though. Ballet dancer, Tom Hardy pulled Bret Hart. He knocked old Vinnie Mac onto the floor.
Hey, Vinny gave him. He told him that's one thing I respect about Vince McMahon versus like whenever they brought up the whole idea of Tony Khan talking about he was scared for his life with CM Punk. I always go back to Vince McMahon, and I know it's no Vinny these days, and we don't really rock with Vince. But one thing I did respect was him telling Bret Hart, "You got one shot, get it while you can, and get it over with." And Bret Hart knocked his ass clean the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Like he hit him with his one shot.
That like when you walk in the video of him wobbling out, it's amazing that this video of that period of time, like that whole thing is like recorded for posterity.
Hey man, look, they put that in his story whenever it does drop, if it does. Now that they've stopped the case, they've from what I see from why they stopped the case is that the woman that was suing WWE, or she her story was they were trying to get her story out. She has I guess the feds, the Department of Justice is picking up her case again. They're reopening it, and so they're going to do that, and they paused the actual case that they had against Vince McMahon already. So that's on hold until they go do an investigation on this.
They did a raid. With at his house at one point.
Mm-hmm. They did the Diddy thing to him too. That's what I'm saying. Like they getting everybody.
That'll be interesting. Mr. All Days Off LOLs. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. I was just saying. Hey, just like Trump was found guilty today. He won't see a lick of jail time, but
yeah, that's if anybody's like freaking out and getting all super happy, you gotta wait. You gotta wait until this all knocks out because rich people, man.
They said this is his first charge and it's a lesser charge, so they said he's not going anywhere.
Rich people, man. Mr. All Days Off, yeah, the beard white guy. Ballet dancer says my auntie booties. Anti booties.
Antibodies.
Anti booties. I like that. Antibodies.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. That was a cold breakdown, Ballet. That's a cold breakdown.
I like that. Mr. All Days Off, they're going to be making movies based on viral movies all in the future.
They're doing it now. Go to Tubi. I told y'all already. They've already made a movie off of Meg Thee Stallion getting shot, and it's like the rapper that got shot in the ankle or the heel or whatever it's called.
You remember the guy like they're going to steal your children. Oh, I can imagine them making a movie out of that guy. That's a meme from a long, long time ago.
And these memes and these viral moments, these little small clips, That meant that video that look, think about it. That Call to Amber Lamps was a 2-minute video and they turned it into a 2-hour movie epic. And it was good. With Danny Trejo and Charles Dutton. And then added Danny Glover to the sequel as his partner.
And I love that, like, yeah, see, once you say Danny Trejo, I'm all in.
Oh yeah. Machete.
Mr. All Days Off. Oh.
I thought Machete don't tweet. I love the Machete movies.
Mr. All Days Off, they're going to be making the movies based off, we said that. Mr. All Days Off, viral moments. Vinnie Mac was doing wobble wobble.
Shake it.
All Days Off, they were shooting Bret Hart's documentary, Wrestling with Shadows.
They were.
During SummerSlam 97.
Yep.
And Antoine
Dodson.
Dodson.
Yeah. Oh,
Antoine
man.
Dodson.
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
Kids,
oh, man.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. Is that on Tubi too? That'll be funny if they.
That has to be. They made a song about that.
Yeah,
They made a song about that.
I'm waiting for the what's the name movie. Once they do that, that's when I'm all in on Tubi. That's when I'll finally download Tubi and watch it. I haven't really watched a stitch of Tubi yet. I don't even think I've downloaded it. But once they add the story of TD Jakes and him
TD
talking
Jakes?
about and it's called Swallowed, I'm watching it. You haven't seen that?
No.
Oh, they have pictures of TD Jakes at Diddy's parties, or like with him talking to Diddy and showing up at Diddy's parties, and so he has this sermon that he preached on. Have you ever been swallowed up? And he keeps saying it. Have you ever been swallowed? Have you ever been swallowed? Have you ever been swallowed up? And he keeps saying it, and it's just like what, like in watching it in hindsight of the Diddy thing, it is the absolute funniest thing ever.
That will be interesting.
And people say like he was living in a moment. I was like, oh man, that is not it.
Hide your kids, hide your wives, and hide your husbands because they're raping everyone out here.
Oh man.
In Brett's biography, he said that Shane pleaded with him not to hit his father again.
Oh man. Well, he said one shot.
Mr. All Days Off laughs. Mr. Ballet, like, gives side eye. I went to a movie on the white kid who said, I got time today. I want a movie on a white kid who said, I got time today. I don't know.
Oh man, yeah, he died. He passed away too. The kid that did that passed away.
We got one more. He died in real life. I guess someone had time that day.
Oh.
Oh, that's a little cruel.
You cold, but
all right, well, we got to the end of the comments. That was a very short episode, but thank you guys for coming out, showing out. I really appreciate it. King Leo, what do you have coming up?
I am just about done. I am working on this trailer for the NWO revival for the NWO Red. I haven't named the series yet, but I will be here for SmackDown tomorrow. But the trailer may be done tonight. I just finished grabbing some more shots from the game. I am taking characters and putting them in different places I'm like ripping them from the game and putting them in different scenarios, talking backstage. I'm just trying to figure out if I want to do voiceovers or if I want to do speech bubbles for the time being. Ballet says she picks the Bloodline. Okay. Well, Ballet is driving the direction of this story on who they go after first. So the NWO Red will go after the Bloodline in the first story. Yes, I'm all for it. I'm with it. So they will. I don't know. I kind of got an idea. You got my brain moving on who they're gonna go after first. In the storyline, Ballet, I kind of got an idea of what to do. And so y'all heard it here first of where that story is headed. Basically, the community will pick where this story goes. So I even posted Ballet, like I put a BD&J, like, yo, you're picking this, like you have to pick this, where this goes, where this starts. So as the story progresses and we go next, then anybody that does follow my channel, I'll put up polls, but and in videos, all the videos will end with to be continued. And then I want anybody in the community to push this story. I don't want to do it myself. I want you guys to do it. I'll write it. I will put it together. Damn, I kind of want to. Should I right now?
Yeah, if you got the time, or if you want to, whatever
Yeah,
you
I'm
want
trying
to
to
do.
see. Give me a second. Let me see if my Final Cut. Let me open Final Cut.
Let's see. She says on SmackDown, Queen Nia Jax better get carried out like Queen Mabel. I want to see
Absolutely,
that. I would
I want to
love to
see it.
see that.
I want to see it.
Ballet feels very special. Good. Blessed Jamar with his first watch along. I'm blessed to have all of you along. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, this
This
is
is
fun.
the pilot episode. Yes. And for me, I've been wondering, like, I've been thinking, I've talked to Tati and like knowing that this is a process that takes some time. I really think I'm going to focus on like the Ring of Honor stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
like, not sure if I'll go back to the very, very, very beginning and do a slow climb up until now. What seems to make more sense is like starting with the Tony Khan Ring of Honor period. It's just only the past 2 years, starting from there, and then like bringing it up, and then as I get better at it, then taking retrospective looks and such and such.
Wherever you want to start, man. All it is just making content, Jamar. You know what I'm saying? Like as long as you're making the content, people will come. Just like we're here tonight, you know what I mean? Definitely, you know what I mean? And everybody, the community did show up for you.
I really
Um,
appreciate everybody.
I'm gonna tell
Mm,
you guys this thing before we go. I kinda wanted to wait, but I might as well show y'all now while we're here. So
oh,
if I
please.
can, I just had to update what's that effects factory.
If she does that, she might like knowing Tati. It would be a chance for her to put something else on her plate, and TNA might be something. Or what was the other? What's been going on with MLW? Does anybody know? Because I remember a while back, like they were having a little bit of chatter, but I haven't heard from them as a league in some time now.
I haven't even been keeping up with them. I couldn't tell you.
There's so much wrestling out there. If anybody, like Triller is ridiculous when it comes to just having like worlds and worlds of this stuff. Like for me, I'm fine with like AEW and a back catalog, but if you really are interested in like just seeing like a smorgasbord of different things out there, definitely Triller will help you out.
All right, let's see. Uh, 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 Oh, it's not gonna let me share. Let's see. Window.
Will it open up?
Let's
Oops, that's
see.
not the right one.
Give me a second. Let me close some of these.
I feel
Oh,
like,
it's just a whole bunch of tabs, but
huh?
just let
I
me know
may
if you guys can. Let me know if you guys can see it. I'm gonna share my entire screen. So,
see. Ah, there we go.
all right. So you guys can see the Final Cut Pro, right?
Oh, hold on, let me bring it to the stage. We got it. Ah, Premiere, everybody.
So that's as far. I'm like adding stuff to it right now.
That
So,
I like the comic book feel to that already.
yeah. So it's coming. I'm trying to minimize it now. There we go.
How long? Oh, could you share it again or put it on?
Oh yeah, yeah. Give me a second.
How long does it take you to create something just that long?
Just that long?
Yeah, let people know.
Um, it depends. Like I take my time when I make like intros and stuff like that. Um, this probably took me just that portion alone because it's just an intro. The intros I take my time on. It probably takes me about 2 to 3 hours just for that. Everything else is easy. Like the rest of the editing, that stuff takes no time at all for me.
Because you're used to it, or
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I'm so used to editing. I'm so used to editing that it goes very fast. Let's see. Okay, so I will show you guys one more time. You guys see my screen, right?
What's up?
All right.
Vivid Dreams visuals.
Yeah. So there's more. Like I have like I clipped up sorry,
Man, I
it's loud.
miss. No, that's okay.
Yeah, they I clipped up a whole bunch of stuff from the game. There's oh shit, it's still sharing. I clipped up a whole bunch of stuff from the game. I've taken taken there's so many different things that are layered within the game that people don't even use. So that's what gave me the idea. Plus, I always work in production anyway. So it's like, why not? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm a natural. I went to school for acting. I went to school for theater. You know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So I'm just putting all that into it. Then I learned how to edit. I learned how Final Cut Pro through the pandemic, just out of necessity, and it turned into an obsession. So I was just sitting here one day, and I'm like, I play this game, but it's like I'm not getting what I want from it. And so that's when I came with the idea, like, man, you guys know I wear NWO, the red, I wear a Wolfpack hoodie a lot. And so I'm like, you know what? Why not redo the Wolfpack? You know what I mean? If you guys have been watching, I let the community pick it. Ricochet is finally done. He was the last member that everybody added. So that is just the beginning of the trailer. You guys will see. I'm going to have a trailer where it comes in. It's going to have the comic book feel to it with the music in the back. I just right before we started, Jamar, I was clipping up stuff. But there's even things on the back end of the game where in each wrestler, like when you make an alternate attire, you can contort their hands in different ways and make their heads move in different ways. And I'm taking that stuff and cropping it out and then putting them in the setting that I want, so that way they can talk with, if I want to add the speech bubbles and stuff for them to have a conversation. And then I'm still trying to decide if I'm going to do voiceovers. So and I did ask DJ. So, she's a see, Miss All that was
Oh, to
dope.
do
Yeah.
voices.
Yeah, I'm asking him like, yo, do you want to come and do? Because he has a Fly High, which is his comic, which is his show. And you know what I mean, like definitely. If you do want to do something, Jamar, definitely. You know what I'm saying. I'm looking for if I'm going to do the voiceovers. Like I said, I want to make this a community thing. That's why I definitely Ballet is always at the stream. So I'm like, yo, you go ahead and pick what you want first. RB definitely I'm gonna have him pick something. You know what I mean. But I wanted her to pick who they go after, like who does the NWO go after first. So yeah, it's
I have to like him. If you can put DJ's link.
Farside TV 1994. At
Farside
Farside
TV.
TV 1994.
Thank you.
It should be yellow.
1994, right?
Yeah. And if you can't find it, then if you're in the Lariat Lounge already, then you should see his link, because he puts up his videos in there too.
Okay. Then I'll get it from there.
Okay.
Let's see. McDonald's was the Grandma McFlurry's. I don't want no excuses about the ice cream machine not working.
It's the ants, bro. I'm telling you, if they say it don't work, it's because the ants have attacked all of the candy and the machine. I promise you. I promise you. I used to work there.
Side note, I got a Jeopardy card when we get the gang all in the stream, especially the dude. He been dying to play. Forgot his name. LOL.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
It's a good one. That was dope, Leo.
Thank
It was
you.
very cool. It was very cool. I'm impressed. As someone who appreciates editing, for people that know, it's an art form. It's really like amazing how you can take stuff and like sit down and just put stories and different ideas together, just from cutting things up and moving things around. Mm-hmm. Something I've always respected since college when I learned it myself.
Yeah. One of my goals is to do, like, I want to do a 30-second spot for the Super Bowl. I for some reason, when I started editing, that's why I said, that's the goal I want to do. I want to do a Super Bowl ad. But I'm getting good at making intros for, you guys got hype off of just that, and it has no footage of what I've been doing, like in the background. Like, you guys have kind of been seeing it, but I wanted it to open very epically. You know what I'm saying? Even me saying, like, this has been, sponsored by the NWO. This has been, produced by the NWO, whatever. And then I started, even right now, I had to go get a Kevin Nash. If you look at the community page, the Kevin Nash, I wanted one from today. He has his tattoo that he has today. It's the podcast Kevin Nash that you see, and he's talking and he's having a conversation. Just so everybody knows, that conversation is about him and Carmelo they're going to have a conversation about Carmelo's asking him to restart it, and Kevin Nash will have his retort. That's as far as I'm going to go on the script of what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll see it develop from there, and then you'll see all the new members come, and you know what I mean? You guys, the trailer will be up. I'm going to try to finish it tonight because I'm hyped to finish it. So
that's very cool.
Thank you.
Betty Dancer says, what's the theme to Mr. All Days Off? He says, DJ has been MIA since he posted those R&B videos. YouTube kidnapped him, LOL.
Oh, they might be trying to but he's actually dropped another video. He just did another interview. He did an interview with Drake, and now he just did one with Rick Ross. That shit is funny. So you guys check it out. DJ's still around. They probably just have him on the back page of, you know what I mean, and shadow banning them. But you have to be careful with the music. This is why I tell you guys, any of you creators, like definitely you DJ, if you need, like, you know what I mean, music from the background. Told you where to go look. You can go there, or, you know what I mean, Motion Array, and look on Motion Array. They have licenses where you can keep the music forever and use it. You just have to make sure you have a license for it. So just hit me.
Mr. All Days Off says Black Jeopardy card, no wrestling. It's good.
Okay.
Ballet Dancer, YouTube got DJ on lock somewhere.
Yeah, they do.
I'm all for it, Mr. All Days Off. YouTube's a bit of a, I don't know, man. For some of the creators, it's unfortunate.
That's why they go into Rumble and these other places that are, you know what I mean, and right-wingish to put their content a little bit. You know what I mean? Right wing ran, but I mean, you know, gotta have your content somewhere. Excuse me, unless you got $1,000 to pay Vimeo. So Vimeo is very expensive once you start having all them videos in the background.
DJ says thought he would get away playing Keisha Cole scot-free on his channel. YouTube sent the same ninjas who kidnapped Samoa Joe and TNA.
That's funny.
Ninja. Ballet Dancer laughing her ass off. Mr. All Days Off as well. Robert Brown, which version of Shine by Lil Wayne do you, King Leo, think is better? The album version with Mac 10, Mickey and Jay, the Big Timers, or the remix with the Hot Boys?
The remix with the Hot Boys. I don't like anything with Mac 10 on it because he took my budget. And I just saw that somebody made like the rise and fall of Mac 10 on YouTube. And then they clipped up the video that ate my budget. It's like you see them on the beach. The song with him, Rick Ross and Lil Wayne and Jazzy Faith, So Sharp, is the song that ate my budget. That song cost the label $200,000 to make with the fleet of cars that they gave them, and they spent $200,000 on trash. John Amos's son was directing that video. He probably only got
John Amos' son, really?
John Amos, his son. John Amos is in the video. And so they paid him. Then his son directed the video. That he probably only got about $20,000 to do the video, but they spent all the money on the entourages and all of that stuff. So Mac 10 got close to $1 million just off of his deal with the label, and that was my budget. So there went my rap career. You know what I'm saying? And it was over after. Like I said, I tell you guys that all the time, but just every time I see it, I get infuriated. But he's a necessary evil because in LA he's booking a lot of artists for shows and stuff like that. So maybe he'll pay me back on the back end. No Vinny, if I approach him to do some stuff at his shows, and maybe he'll let me shoot some more concerts. But in hindsight,
do a voiceover.
Hey man, look, I do have a Mac 10. I do have the Cali Classic, one of his concerts that has been sitting on my hard drive for a while. I'll probably upload that, like I did that Dog Pound concert that's up.
Mr. All Days Off, I listened to all Kevin Nash's short pod clips.
Oh yeah.
Rap battle, Jim Cornette versus Vince Russo.
My money's on Cornette, man.
I would be like Cornette too. Sorry. F Russo, man. Ballet Dancer, back page, pause.
Pause, super pause.
With give King Leo his budget back, game over.
I wish.
Ballet Dancers with a head down with the LOL to no Vinny. And what year you went to Japan? Oh, I didn't go to Japan. I've been to China. I was there for a year in 2013, came back 2015, spent a year or half a year, mom, and then went to Taiwan in 20 at the end of 2015, and I was there until 2022. So bouncing around Asia quite a bit, like a little period of time in Thailand, a little time in, well, I used to go to Philippines quite a bit, but never really, like right next to Japan. And it was such a thing for Taiwanese people, but I never made it. Thanks for the question. And that's dope that I could tell you about China. I was like that. And 我可以跟你们说中文。要是你想，要是你觉得你想学习中文，那你可以来找我，我会教你。So like I spent time there, learned Mandarin Chinese. It's just pretty weak, but like I went to my doctor's office yesterday and I was just like chatting with someone. Do you want to referee MJF versus Kenny Omega for Tati? I'm not a referee. I don't know. I feel like I'm not the best server as a referee. Like, what would I be?
If I'm reffing, I'm quick counting. If I'm reffing, I'm a quick count for Kenny Omega. I'm just letting you know that now.
Let me be the backstage production person. I'll get the angles. So like if it moves into like a sex video, like you always need a camera person. You always need production. Right, so I got you on that.
So days off ours.
Mr. All Days Off. Remember, Cena said he wanted to learn. Man, he did. He knows it. Yeah. I was shocked when I was out in China and I saw the video of him. It's not the what. It's great for whatever he is. It's amazing that he's just like even got there. Oh, and when he said he got in trouble because he said like he was happy to go to Taiwan or happy that a movie showed in the nation of Taiwan. China freaked the F out. He had to apologize for that. Man. Mandarin and ballet dancer said very nice. Thank you. With how do you say small bald? I don't know. Let's say small bald spot. 我觉得有一个地方就是一个圆圆一个小小的地方没有头发。I like the small spot on the head where there's just no hair.
Ballet's gonna have to clip that up.
How do you say am I going over? 我成功了吗? Something like that. 是我成功了吗? And then Lord Jamar, have you watched the BMF series yet? No, I still haven't. I'm so sorry. It's like making that first video took so long because I'm still getting reused to the editing process. And I can't say that I ever, I'm the type of person who I knew the basics, but like this other stuff I learned piecemeal. I never sat down, had a class, which I wish I'm more so now. I've been thinking about doing just
YouTube University. Man, just go to YouTube University. Take your time watching. You can watch a 90-minute video. I learned Final Cut in 90 minutes just to get me going. That's how I did it. And then after that, I've been flying ever since. Anytime I need anything small, how to do this, how to do that, how to install this, YouTube.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing what you can learn now. I remember the incident with John Cena, his ballet dancer, and Mr. LOLs with that's for John Cena.
The small ball spot, she said that's for John Cena.
Oh my gosh.
That's funny. It ain't small because I saw it from the VIP section at at WrestleMania 39.
Oh, was it WrestleMania? I forgot, but like he was so good at they choreographed his work. Because he came in, did a spot, and then just started running around the ring, and all the time you could tell they were hiding it. Through his action, through the camera angles and everything, they were really working to make sure that it wasn't being pronounced.
Man, if he don't let that shit go, listen, you know what I'm saying? That's like Hogan with his extensions and shit. Let that shit go, man. Cut that shit off and start looking like a human. Cut off the handlebar, mustache. You know what I'm saying? Or grow a full beard like a man, a grown, like a grandpa. You know what I'm saying?
I can't say anything. You weren't around for this one, but I actually did end up coloring my eyebrows. One of the things I told him was one of my the like my big male vanity spot is like the hair. Oh yeah, you were around for that. But they were coming in, and I was like, all right, screw it. And I did it before, like one of the things, and it just made me feel better. But at some point, it's all going to be white, and unless I'm just like using a black marker to paint them off, at some point, what are you going to do?
Hey, I get like 2 or 3 of them every now and then. I pluck them shits, man. I'm sorry, I ain't gonna front. Like, no, I'm not covering the salt and pepper beard. I like that. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy it. You know what I mean? One of the things about me is that I'm enjoying growing into the fact that I've made it to the age that I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of people don't, they get scared of getting older, but I take pride in it. I'm from Los Angeles, South Central California. I'm so South Central. I was born at USC. So being from South Central LA, making it through the 80s gang era where every block was a different gang and all of that, man, like I say, I thank God that I'm still here and I've made it through all of that stuff and people trying to, you know what I mean? I can't tell you the stuff I've been through with gang members, you know what I mean? But I'm happy to be here. That's why I say I wouldn't change it for the world. Yeah, I can keep these grades. I earned them.
I hear you on that. Like for me, like I haven't mentioned it here, but like I have cancer, medullary thyroid cancer, a rare form, and man, like already knowing like having surgery for it in 2013 was crazy. Like 2012, I graduated college because I was a high school dropout and had like just a ninth grade education for years. And I went to college when I was 29. And then try to do Teach for America, and that was miserable. Trying to teach in like this really low socioeconomic area in Houston, where like I went to a place and the principal, the one that actually took over, she's like, I was too white to teach these kids, or I spoke too intelligently, and it was a whole thing. But then like finding out I had cancer, and then like surgery for cancer, and having to get better, and then like getting Fulbright, which is this thing from the government. And like getting a chance to go to China, but then the government didn't want me to go, and then having to fight them and say, you better let me go, and then having to go there late after everybody else went, not knowing Chinese at the time, having to learn Chinese for 3 months, and then having to live there for a year. Like that period of time was crazy. Like only really got better when I met Michelle Obama. But like that period of time, just, it felt like a never ending bottom for like 2 years. And getting past that, like nothing now phases me. Like every day is a glorious day. Every day is a chance. And I'm just proud and happy that I get these moments in time, because you don't know. You don't know. No, the future is not promised to any of us. John Cena, and then Mr. All Days Off laughs out loud. Can Cena gold ball? I would love to see him just try with a shaved head, not everyone can do it, but at least give it a shot. Mr. All Days Off says, does he have the head for it? No, Neo. LOL. Ballet Dancer says, no, he needs some hair on his head, Mr. All Days Off. Which help MJF if he paid you to? Robert Brown. Who's that for? Like,
absolutely.
Yeah, I'd probably help him out. Like, get that good money. Mr. All Days Off, you can't shave me. You can't shave me. Oh, sorry, that's funny. You're so damn crazy.
No Neo.
And when I first saw Neo with nothing on his head, I was shocked. He got a lumpy head. Pause. Neo was an extra in Freedom Writers.
Oh, Freedom man. Writers. Yeah, that was a good movie.
No Dirt Sheets LOLs with Me Too BD and Freedom Writers. With the principal sounds like a grade A goofy. Leo said, Mr. All Day Leo wants to laugh. And did you ever meet the Chinese mafia? Nah, I didn't meet the Chinese mafia though. Like I still remember Chinese gangs from New York City. Chinese gangs in the early 90s into 2000s was a thing. And like my school, I remember one time they came and they wanted to rumble my eyes and like, Flying Tigers, like, not there, but
I said I met them in watching. I believe that was watching. I think they was from watching. I met them over in just one of my guys used to One of the guys I knew, his friends used to bring people over on the boats and shit like that.
Wow.
And I got to sit amongst them at their table, and um, you have to be they're very how would you say, they're very structured. Like
Mm.
you have to be introduced to even to speak at their table. So like I brought one of my friends with me, like, and he cracked a joke at the table, but they had already introduced me, so I was able to speak amongst them. And
Mm.
so like my friend cracked a joke and they like no sold it, like he didn't exist. He was just there.
Mm.
Like they didn't introduce him. Like they introduced me, and he wasn't even a part of the conversation. And yeah, they're very strict on who they allow in their circles to sit with them and congregate. And yeah, so they still around.
Belly sense, the belly dancer says they're still around.
Absolutely, very structured.
All right. Well, thank you very much. We reached the end of the comments. I really do appreciate you all coming out. Before you leave, please make sure you like if you haven't done it. And I imagine, if you're watching this at any time, please make sure you subscribe. Please find us at Wrestle Toddies, No Dirt Sheets, and me at Transformational Scientist.
Yes.
Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you all have a good night. Good night, everybody.
Good night, you guys.
Oops. There we go.